Yo, HASSAN. Yo, Haas, man. It's good, bro. How you, bro? You alright? Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know? Keeping the people woke. You know? Might as well add on to that real quick. No something for you and your viewers. You know, since they just been keeping it 100. Yo, son, let me ask you something. They be claiming they apes. If they really gorillas then, how comes them men still walking around and ain't none of them get at them? Separation is reparations in this affirmation. Case closed, no investigation. It is what it is, no explanation. Y'all over there praying that y'all gonna be saved. We ain't one and the same. He's a field nigga, he a house nigga. Me, I'm a runaway slave. I'd rather be under a grave than under a man that come from a cave. So I'm off to get guns and grenades, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm on my Django, like Jamie Foxx. Sharpshooter when I aim these shots. They like, here come the pigs, and I'm like, good. Cause I came for the cops. I bang with my opposition. Hip hop's been glitching since Pac's been missing. That's why none of y'all got my attention. It's repetition. I ain't gotta listen. Cause I already know what it is. Your flow gon' be flowing like this. Talking about how you're rolling the bins. I know how it starts and I know how it ends. Wait, ain't you married? How you rapping about you got? And the clothes you rock with, you need to stop. Nigga, those ain't hot. Got these Chinese niggas frying y'all chicken. And I don't even look like chicken. Fuck around and it's probably a pigeon. God forgive them. They don't know no better. They probably a Christian, a Muslim, a hoodlum. To the system, there's no difference. I don't understand it. How you blacker than me talking about you Hispanic? Spanish a language. We the same. It's just your mind's been damaged. Well, that's nadie. Tú estás flanqueando. I'm from the calle. They cooning like Kanye. But I'm on that shit they don't teach you in Georgia. I'm criminal minded. You can tell I'm a dawn by the women I'm with. I maneuver like Heimlich. But the pressure on the stomach come from my 9-inch. Y'all probably ain't catching. So rewinding that part is highly suggested. I'm possessed cause my women possessive. I'm blessed and this is a blessing. You niggas gonna learn today. This is a lesson. Going to church ain't gonna get you in heaven. Nigga, your reverend's a felony. Taking your money and swelling your melon. Yeah, I'm a rebel, that's why I'm rebelling. Somebody gotta say it, so I'ma tell him. Acknowledge yourself since I was 11 and taught my son by the time he was 7. I'm the best man, though I'm not at your wedding. I helped them get on, they ain't gotta get credit. I'm tipsy, see, I'm a hustle until I get it. I see where y'all going, that's not where I'm headed. I'm taking a different direction, so no, we can't do a record. And just for the record, I actually feel disrespected for you even thinking I would be shaking down to your level. Clown, you a pebble. Trying to smell what the rock is cooking. Cause you heard I set up shop in Brooklyn, but it's still BX to the death of me. They got ingredients, I got the recipe. I hope you die in your sleep. That goes for all my foes that ever slept on me. Niggas stay woke. I don't give a fuck what you niggas wanna hear. It's what you need to hear. You need to hear. Stay woke. Huh? I said, no time for sleeping. The enemy creeping, and we can't defeat them unless we stay woke.
Shout out to everybody in the building. It's been a long time. I want everybody in the building, even if you don't like me. This is a test right here. Hit the like button so we can really see how many people's in the building right now. I promise you, that's word to my mother. You couldn't pay me to believe we don't have 10,000 people watching right now. I guarantee you they playing with the numbers. I guarantee you, them alphabet boys, they sitting back saying, yo, I wonder what he getting ready to say, what's getting ready to come out of his mouth. But tonight, for the most part, oh, they done gave us enough celebrity gossip. Shall we begin? Hey, yo, let me say something. Let me take these glasses off so y'all can see these tired-ass bags up under my eyes. Hey, yo, I'm sick and tired of niggas stealing my shit and not giving me credit for it. If you're going to use my content, if you're going to take everything that I say out of my mouth, don't acknowledge the fact that you watch HASSAN Camp. Only, I don't care what y'all say. A lot of y'all be like, nah, your head too big. I'm about to prove it tonight. I'm about to show y'all just how much some of the best steal my shit, but they don't want it. Yo, they do not want to acknowledge me unless they sneak dissing me. Like I said, though, I really, really want everybody in the building keep hitting that like button, because sometimes they won't let it go through. Because I want to see how many people is really watching. I promise you, I know it's 10,000 people in the building watching me. I don't care what anybody say. Up to now, after tonight, nobody can't tell me I'm the best that ever did it on this YouTube shit. And I'm not trying to just be cocky and arrogant. I done been kicked. They done spit on me. They done shitted on me. Like, my name has been smeared. I've been violated. I put my blood, sweat, and tears on this internet. Rashida, thank you, family. Appreciate you. Thank you for sponsoring this war early in the game. Early in the game. The game has been rigged on me. Y'all got to give me my props because I'm the people's champ. What makes me the people's champ? Because I ain't go through their door. And I done sacrificed my platform. Not my asshole. Not my integrity. I done sacrificed my platform. Lost my money for saying the things that other people wouldn't say. For standing for something. I don't sit up here and play nursery rhymes with y'all. Like the rest of these dudes. Acting like they dropping Jews. Hold up. Wait, people. Before you cross the street, look to your left, look to your right. That's that stupid shit that Wallow says. Hold up, wait. Red light, yellow light, green light means go. And he's acting like he's dropping Jews on y'all instead of telling y'all the real reason why we got asylum seekers. The real reasons why they crossing the border. See, this is what separate the boys. Matter of fact, I can't even say the boys from men. This is what separate Digital COINTELPRO and revolutionaries. You got to understand when you're dealing with Digital COINTELPRO, when they giving you your leaders, and when you're dealing with real revolutionaries. Power to the people. Give me a second, y'all, so I can send out my own notifications while they play with the numbers. I know I got thousands of people just from Instagram that was waiting for me to go live. And they're going to sit up here and try to play us. That's why I'm telling y'all, when y'all come in, hit that like button so we can see what the numbers really is in this live right here. Try to keep me down and out the algorithm. Y'all already seen what they did to my pre-recordeds. Doing them dirty. Okay. Promise y'all, tonight gonna be alive. Y'all gonna get what y'all looking for tonight. Marcelino Ramirez, shout out to you, family. Thank you for sponsoring this war early. Miss NYC 79, just thinking, I wish Haas go live. Oh yeah, we going in tonight. We going into like night, and I'm not yo. Let me get this video real quick.
Fat Joe, how you feel about Fat Joe?
I like Fat Joe. I like Fat Joe. One of the things I respected about Fat Joe was when he reaffirmed that Latinos are Africans. He openly said that Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans were African, and they need to start acting like it. Their ancestors came from the continent, just like ours did. Now, some people could argue he only said that in order to, keep his validity in the hip hop community. But I believe he was sincere. I believe Fat Joe was sincere. I'm a fan of Fat Joe. I like him. My biggest issue.
Now listen, notice who he brought up, right? Who he brought up first, Fat Joe. Remember, I told y'all after Fat Joe announced that certain people was trying to destroy Africa Bambaataa in hip hop, that's when he took my monetization. That's part of the reason right there, even though a bunch of them were gathering together. So I want y'all to listen real carefully to what's coming out of Umar Johnson's mouth.
All the rappers would be, when are y'all going to do more for the community? Because see, my issue is this. Right now, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. That's the big theme right now all over the country, all over the world. 50th anniversary of hip hop. We only got 60 days left in 2023. Do you mean to tell me we're going to let this year-long celebration go by and nobody's going to have a serious conversation about whether hip hop has actually been a benefit or not to the black?
Nobody had that conversation? Umar Johnson going to tell me that we didn't have that conversation on my platform? Or was it too busy? Was he too busy? Remember when he was telling y'all that I better do something about Africa Bambaataa, but he didn't mention that I'm the reason why Africa Bambaataa, along with Layla Wills and her team that she put together, shout out to Layla Wills, he's not going to admit that I'm the reason why Africa Bambaataa wasn't allowed to be part of the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Something that Africa Bambaataa started, and he's the one that pushed with the Zulu Nation and rappers behind the scene that this was the 50th anniversary, because no other artist from back in the days said that this is the 50th year but Africa Bambaataa. Are you not entertained? Oh, let's go. And when y'all coming in, hit the like button so we can see how many people really in the building, because they playing with the numbers. Y'all got to make the FBI work. Don't give them an easy job tonight.
I haven't seen a conversation, a YouTube, a town hall meeting, a BET special. I don't see anybody talking about the ramifications, the negative impact that hip hop has had on the black community. Now, the first thing the hip hop artist is going to say, I'm only rapping what I live. But you don't live it no more. The minute you start making money, you moved out the neighborhood. So why are you still rapping about drugs and death when you don't live around that no more? That means you're a hypocrite. If you're telling me you're...
Ooh! Scooby-Doo! Y'all gonna tell me that this dude didn't just sit here right in front of y'all and regurgitate all of my words out of my mouth from all the rappers that I've been attacking? You gonna tell me that he didn't just say word for word what I've been saying on YouTube ever since I got my monetization back, and before that? For years, I've been saying this. But this year, since I've got my monetization back, I've been going hard in my lives. Y'all gonna tell me that he didn't just repeat what I was saying with my whole message, word for word, and they're gonna have the audacity to sit on YouTube and tell the people that nobody's been challenging hip hop. Are you kidding me? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? I'm lying, y'all? Am I lying? I'm willing to pay anybody that could go through my old lives and match what I'm saying. I'll pay you. If you watch my lives and you know how to edit, I'm willing to pay you. From now on, whoever could catch these niggas quoting me word for word, I want y'all to start making that shit go like rival on the internet and on social media. I'll pay you because I'm too busy to keep on like, yo, when I'm telling you, the frustration, the nerve of him to sit up there and quote me word for word and to tell the internet that nobody else is doing this when he's saying, first of all, you speaking on my life, the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Then you got nerve enough because during the 50th anniversary of hip hop came with me beefing with Fat Joe, and Fat Joe's name just happened to came out of your mouth. Fat Joe don't represent 50 years of hip hop. He's not even one of the top dogs in hip hop. So why did Umar Johnson decide to talk about him with this guest appearance that he's doing? But let's get back to Umar, because he's not done quoting Hassan Campbell.
Happen what you live, you don't live it no more. And if you're so dedicated to telling the ghetto tale, why did you move out the neighborhood? Why do you send your kids to private schools? So you live in a white neighborhood, you send your kids to white private schools, you moved out the black ghetto the minute you had enough money to do so, but yet you're telling me the reason you're still rapping about death, drugs, jail, and homicide is because that's the life you live. You don't live it no more. So for me, I'm looking at hip hop and I'm saying to myself, it is the most influential music genre in the world. 50 years.
I'm not the one that called all these rappers out for not living in the hood, but wait. Yo, wait. Watch what he getting ready to say. I know the people that rock with me, y'all gonna be bugging. Watch what this dude is getting ready to say out of his mouth. Watch. Word for word.
A multi-billion-dollar industry. And in 50 years, the hip-hop community hasn't built a single relevant institution for the black community anywhere. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Look, Dr. King began his career with the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. Dr. King was assassinated in 1968. That means Dr. King had 13 years. Look at what he did in 13 years. Let's go to the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party was founded in 1966. The revolutionary phase of the Black Panther Party was pretty much over with by 1971. That's 5 or 6 years. And look what the Panthers did in 5 or 6 years. Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, showed up in New York in 1916. He's deported in 1927. 11 years. Hip hop has been around for 50 years. Not a single hospital, not a single school, not a single bank, not a single supermarket, not a single distribution company. How can we call hip hop a blessing to the black community with that type of money being made off of our culture?
Watch. Now wait for it. Y'all know my famous line that I keep running to y'all about how these niggas keep coming. Wait, let them say it first.
Community doesn't benefit from it at all. So you come to the community and give out a few turkeys. You come to the community and give out a few pair of sneakers. You come to the community and you throw a couple parties. And in exchange for some damn turkeys and chickens and some sneakers, you push death and destruction.
Y'all gonna tell me, y'all gonna sit up there and tell me that I ain't said 1,000 times over and over again for them niggas to keep their turkeys? We don't need your turkey, we got welfare. You're gonna tell me that Umar Johnson didn't quote me word for word this whole interview? Like, are you serious? When are y'all gonna start giving me my props? Acting like, yo, this nigga act like he didn't even know that I exist. But now you still in my style? Whatever happened to run them donations, Umar? Are you kidding me? You know what, though? Nah, it's crazy you've been saying that. Yeah, I've been saying that, man. Yeah, I've been saying that. Like, come on, man. But wait, we just getting started tonight, because I'm going to call out a lot of stuff. I'm going to call out a lot of stuff. And everybody that's coming in the building, I'm going to keep saying this. Hit the like button. We got 1,000 likes already. I want everybody to hit the like button because I want to see how many people we really got watching me tonight. I believe it's 10,000 people already in this building. I believe we got 10,000 people that's watching us right now. It's only showing 3,000. I need y'all to keep hitting that like button because sometimes it be more likes than it be people in the building. If y'all hit the like button and it surpasses the 3,000, then we can sit up there and have an argument. We definitely have, my lawyer's going to definitely have a conversation with the games that somebody's playing with my channel behind YouTube. Enough is enough already. I know I'm the illest nigga in the... Is this the illest nigga in Nebraska? Is this not why you're here? Are you not entertained?
On our children for a living, and we're supposed to be okay with that because you dropped off some clothes and some turkeys. It's not acceptable until hip-hop begins to be a blessing for the black community. Hip-hop is an agent of white supremacy.
Yeah, that turkey stuff irritates me, bro. I'm sorry, man.
A turkey? A turkey? We don't need no more damn turkeys. And then the rapper will say, well, we didn't invent violence. You're right. You didn't invent violence. There was gang banging before hip hop. Okay. There was drug dealing before hip hop. There was black on black crime before hip hop. But let me tell you where hip hop is guilty. Hip hop glamorized it. Hip hop glorified it. Hip hop, how do you say you make it bigger than what it is? Hip hop put a spotlight on negative aspects of black culture. So no, you didn't create it, but music is a very influential art form. Your brain.
I don't care what nobody say. These dudes, none of them are not to be trusted, man. None of them. J. Edgar Hoover said, the next time that the black people have a messiah, that the FBI was going to create him.
Controlled by what it hears and what it sees. So we all know people who was influenced by gangster rap and decided to join the gang, decided to start drug dealing, started to gang bang. Because you got to remember, hip hop takes off at the end of the radical period of the Black Panther Party, the early 70s. You know why? Because you had all this passion. And young black males needed to take this passion and put it into something. Huey P. Newton just got out of jail. Bobby Seale just got out of jail. Black Liberation Army, some of them are going to jail. So you got all these young black men, but our leaders are being killed. Our activists are being killed. Our revolutionaries are being locked up. But you got this passion. We ain't got the guts to go to the streets. We don't want to get involved in the liberation fight, but we want to do something. So let's create some revolutionary black music. And that was part of the motivation for hip hop. The problem.
So y'all gonna act like y'all didn't hear me talk about going from Public Enemy to NWA? Y'all gonna act like y'all didn't hear me talking about how back in the days we had Tribe Called Quest? Which I forgot when I sat up there and I was like, boom, stickity, boom, huh? Huh? Which I forgot when I was talking about we don't have no more DOS effects. So y'all gonna tell me this whole interview wasn't HASSAN Campbell? Every little bit of it, every little step I take, every little step this nigga took on this interview was HASSAN Campbell. Bro, we get it my ass. You don't get it. Some of y'all too stupid to get it. Y'all really don't get how my platform is being sabotaged, and then they pushing other people in the forefront. But wait, it gets worse. Wait till after I'm done with Umar.
Was that after a couple years, the white power structure saw how they could use and exploit hip hop to destroy the image of the black male. And that's when they introduced gangster rap into hip hop. And gangster rap has been dominating hip hop ever since the mid 80s. And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. And ain't nobody doing anything about it as well. Hip hop was supposed to be musical, revolutionary music. And it was for a period of time. When you had your Public Enemy, your Most Def, when you had your conscious rapper, your KRS-One, your Boogie Down Productions, your Poor Righteous Teachers, your ex.
Word for word? Word for word? He took the whole blueprint, the whole script. He took the whole story.
And your Queen Latifah, you had it. But once that gangster rap came and the brothers in the city saw that I could sell 1 million records with no radio play and talk about sex, drugs, and this and that, they ran right to it. And so the rapper and the athlete became the role model in the 80s, because that's right around the time that professional black men started benefiting from affirmative action and civil rights set-asides and white college scholarships. And what did they do when they came home from college? They moved to the white suburb. So black professional men abandoned black boys, so they automatically turned to the athletes and the gangster rappers. And that's where we are right now. The role models are the athletes and the gangster rappers. Two populations of black males who ain't.
I'm done with him. It's like my whole thing is like this, right? M. Dot, thank you, appreciate you, family. If you want to, he had the nerve to take shots at me. Umar had nerve to take shots at me. Because he ain't like what I said about Gilly and Wallow. But all along, this nigga been stealing my whole style. Because you know what? Most dudes are egotistical. Niggas is egotistical. Niggas is egotistical. And want to be in competition with each other. I would have loved to sit down and work with Umar Johnson. It would have been an honor to sit down with me. To sit down with Umar Johnson would have been an honor to me. But then I see this dude that I honor and respect taking shots at me, shots fired. But then you want to take shots at me because you think you smarter than me. But then you start looking at that HASSAN Campbell recipe. You looking at that gumbo that I'm cooking in this kitchen. And then you steal my whole recipe? I'm too egotistical. Call me a narcissist. I'm cool with you calling me a narcissist. I got too much. May Allah forgive me if it's pride. For me to steal somebody else's shit. Especially somebody that I think I'm better than. Are you not entertained? Sick and tired of these dudes, man. Oh, don't tell me that video didn't upload. Let me see.
I can't just be an honest man? Why I can't be a good man? Man, why I just can't be a man when most of us ain't even seen a man? Most of us are coming out of our mother's home, don't know what a man look like, don't know what a man do, don't know how a man think, don't know what a man behavior is, and don't know how to define a man. That's why we real niggas. That's why we can't let go of our childhood boyish value system that we had when we were 15 that we still remain and hold on to when we 45. What's up, cuz? On Pyru. When your seasons change, your tune change as a man. I once thought like a child, so I behave like a child. I now think like a man, so I behave like a man. Nigga, that's why most of us are still boys. Because we ain't never seen no man. We've been watching mama deal with thugs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We hadn't had nobody to sit us down and teach us about what a man do. We hadn't had no man take us to work and show what a man do at work. So most of us hadn't been to no leadership schools. So we already feeling just being a man. Who go up the notch and say a high value man? When the niggas who created the term high value man are unmarried. Unmarried. Non-custodial fathers. There was a time the man owned the woman and child. If the woman left, the man still kept the children. Think about that. He still kept the children. Ain't no more men like that, my nigga. You got men that'll put on a dress. You got men that still have gang affiliation as men and they got families at home and they still rep the gang shit that they joined when they was boys. It's so hard to be a man. Who the devil we gotta try to reach? And it's made up. Your woman define what kind of man you is. Your children define. Because your accomplishments, your salary don't get to speak at your funeral. I'm going to say it again, homie. Your accomplishment, your car, your salary, none of that gets to speak at the funeral. That's what.
Hey, Haas. Most are in the melting pot behind you first. Made blueprint. It was because of you. Let all your feelings show in the real time because you're real time. Thank you, family. And to all my mods, those of y'all that got wrenches, these people in the comment section that ain't our friend, that ain't Team Poppy, they ain't Team HASSAN Campbell, they ain't riding with us, y'all got those wrenches for a reason. Block them out. Y'all can lock them, kick them right out. The people coming in here, the digital COINTELPRO. See, everybody don't have to agree with me. I'm cool with people not agreeing with me, but the people coming in here being disrespectful, block them. Yeah, I've been handing out wrenches tonight. And thank you to everybody sponsoring the war. That's who I'm giving the wrenches to. Because another thing that I realized too is that somehow the people that donate to my channel and give me super chat, somehow they end up on my block list. Somebody be blocking the people that donate. So now y'all can't block them. Y'all get to watch them support me twice. Shall we begin? Now we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back. Right? Let me ask y'all a question. Matter of fact, let me play the video. We gonna go back to why we here, addressing this tonight.
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Cause are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Cause I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing when my best friend got killed? When Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral. And I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. Mm-hmm. It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That was my come to Jesus moment of like, D, you got to do something different, brother, because you have a taste for this poison, but you're attracted to the poison. And rap is great. The rap game, hip hop industry is great at cooking up some delicious poison.
I got a question for y'all that's watching. And make sure y'all hit the like button. Violate that like button. Hit that like button because, like I said, I guarantee you we got at least the 10,000 people in the building and they only showing 33. They're not trying to let us hit the 5,000 mark. So I need for y'all to hit the like button before they shut the live down anyway. Let's get as much support in the building as we can. Support that. Hit that like button. 1,500 likes is good, but that's not good enough. I want to see who's in the building. I want to prove that there's more people in the building than what they showing. I know we got more than 30. Now it's 3,200. I know we got more than that in the building. I know we do. Cassandra Smith, thank you, family. Appreciate you. Let me ask y'all a question. Right? What made D1 decide that he wanted to address Rick Ross, Meek Mills, and Jim Jones? Out of all three names, where does Jim Jones fit in with Meek Mills and Rick Ross? You did. I seen somebody say that. Now, everybody want to act like I'm egotistical, right? But shall we begin? Shall we begin? In the words of Dane Calloway, I just came here to make you think. A lot of these celebrities. The title of this video is Question. Why did Jim Jones bring Rick Ross, Meek Mills back to the hood? Right? Now I'm going to ask y'all again. No, let me let it play a little something. For those of y'all that didn't see this video. It's not going to give me an interview. And if I interview these celebrities, I'm not going to ask them the same questions that these other cats ask them. I'm not starstruck. I need to know answers. So here's a question that I would ask Jim Jones, right? Jim Jones, I'm going to come to you respectfully
All for the strength of my dude Ant Live. Shout out to Ant Live.
Shout out to Ant.
Right? Why would you bring Rick Ross back to the hood and Meek Mills? I just need to know. Shout out to Rick Ross for throwing one of the dopest car shows on his property and bringing the people and showing them how to be entrepreneurs, showing them that he has farm animals, showing them that he has his own police, he has his own fire department there, he's chopping down trees, he's dealing with cattle, he's dealing with chickens, he's taking you back to the village. We spent our whole life in the hood, chasing street dreams and penitentiary nightmares. So now when you get put in a position, Jim Jones, I need to know this. Why would you bring Rick Ross and Meek Mills back to them deadly bodegas, them deadly street corners? Why are you still selling the hood when the main objective is to get out of the hood? Jim Jones, I really need to know is, right? A guy like you who has been into, like, you've been in financial debt where you lost everything and had to get it back. Hold on. Article says, Jim Jones, New Jersey mansion, reportedly sold at an auction for $100 after being foreclosed on, right? The New Jersey mansion that Jim Jones shared with longtime partner Chrissy has been lost to foreclosure and sold at a sheriff's sales of just $100 when the couple bought the house in 2006. They took out a $680,000 mortgage with a percentage of 6,875% interest rate. This left them with a monthly payment of $4,467. So you telling me that Jim Jones couldn't pay a $4,000 mortgage? A $4,400 mortgage. He couldn't pay. So now that he gets back up on his feet, and see, this is what I need y'all to pay attention to, right? So now that Jim Jones is back, you back on your feet, Jim Jones, right? Instead of teaching these young boys out there that's going to get their first dose of money, don't go to the strip clubs. You are in the strip clubs with Dice Peso, shout out to Dice Peso, popping tags, popping them bank tags off of those fresh notes, the fresh.
I don't have to play that whole video. Y'all can go back and watch it if they ain't shadow banned it. It's still waiting for you. Now I'm going to ask y'all again. Right? Because I've been going rival on Jim Jones for years. And never did you hear, did y'all watch and see every social media platform jump on it. But all of a sudden, D1 decides to go at him and say the same exact shit that I've been saying for years. The same shit that made Tekashi reach out to me. Because Tekashi hates Jim Jones. So the same shit that made Tekashi, Whack, and Academics in them come sit down with me, all the rest of these other major outlets wouldn't say my name. But they'll say D1's name, right? But at the same time, what made D1 address Rick Ross, Meek Mills, and Jim Jones? Now, I can see him addressing Rick Ross and Meek Mills because they just dropped the album. So it's something that's going on right now. But you addressed them a week after I addressed them for 2 weeks in a row? And then you throw Jim Jones' name in there. Because it is what it is. I just wanted to point that out. Because everybody act like they ain't watching, but they watching. Everybody acting like they ain't watching, but they watching. We up to 4,000 people in the building. We had 1,800 likes I believe we have 10,000 people that's actually watching us. So I'm telling everybody that's in the building to hit the like button so we can see how many people we really have in the building. So now, we ain't got to play every video because everybody knows right now. Matter of fact, I'll play this one again and then I'll skip right back, right to. I'm gonna play it again for those of y'all that didn't see it. I'm gonna play it again so we can get to Jim Jones. I know y'all wait. I know y'all all waiting. Y'all waiting patiently to see my response to Jim Jones. I know y'all waiting. Right now tonight, y'all watching boxing. Y'all know how we watching boxing, and I go from topic to topic, even though I think I'm doing a good job leading up to the main event. And you know you got to watch some bum matches before you get to the main event. You got to watch them bum matches. So I'm building you up to the main event. Because I know y'all don't want to hear about nothing else. Y'all want to hear what I got to say about Jim Jones. I know, yo. So, so many people. But, yo, I had so many celebrities hitting me up, waiting to see what I was going to have to say, predicting what I was going to have to say, saying word for word what they thought I was going to say. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you here? Hit that goddamn like button. Take the what?
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Because are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Because I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing when my best friend got killed? When Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral. And I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. Mm-hmm. It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That was my come to Jesus moment of like, D, you got to do something different, brother, because you have a taste for this poison, but you're attracted to the poison. And rap is great. The rap game, hip hop industry is great at cooking up some delicious poison.
Meek Mill, you could do better. Jim Jones, you could do better. Rick Ross, you could do better. I gotta see you do better. Wait. Little man, whoever you is, until you feed the kids where you from for 20 years straight. Don't question Rose. Wait. Until you buy 10,000 bikes, 10,000 trikes. Give all the young girls who pregnant Pampers for Christmas for 20 years straight. Don't question boss. You heard me, little man? Get that basket off your head so you could think clear, little man. You going viral for speaking on niggas' names, not because of your talent, not because of your gift. Go viral, player, off of your wisdom that you sharing. You speaking on that, Meek Mill, you said, well, you know how many niggas died this summer, they released self-destruction? It's niggas dying right now. It's gonna be niggas don't make it to see in the morning. Get that basket off your head, boy, and come together with real niggas around the world. So when your grandma need a kidney, nigga, since you wanna go viral, I'm gonna show you how to go viral, little man, but go viral feeding them kids in your hood. Go viral giving them bikes away. Go viral Christmas time. Now, don't be saying Jim Jones just gave away goddamn 6 figures worth of clothes.
No, he didn't.
And you a nigga who talking.
Stop lying, Rick Ross. Stop lying. He did not give out 6 figures worth of clothing. What he did was he pulled up in the hood, told the mayor, the top cop, that he was going to give out some shirts because he seen my video. And the next day, after I made that video talking about why would you bring Rick Ross and Meek Mills to the hood, Then he turned around, pulled up with a couple of boxes, and gave out some of his clothing line. He didn't give out 6 figures. He gave out some hoodies in a goddamn hood so he could shut HASSAN Campbell up, because that was his response to me, because my voice is dangerous. And my voice was so dangerous, after I said that, D1 decided, hey, this nigga HASSAN Campbell on to something. This nigga right here, this kid right here. And ran with my whole shit. And the crowd went, wow. What you gonna do when a hawk? This nigga just stole my whole shit. D1 been going at the industry for 10 years. Okay, cool. D1's been going at the industry for 10 years. But you never seen anybody put Meek Mills, Rick Ross, and Jim Jones together until I did it. Those 3 combination was me. He took that idea from me, whether you like it or not. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. And he sat up there and listened to me, came directly with my shit. I stand with D message. Now I got a bone to pick with D1, but it's not going to be tonight. And I'm going to show y'all the bone I got to pick with him. But I'm not going to do that tonight because I stand by the message. That's why I tell y'all, take the message and leave the messenger. Because sometimes a message could come in the form of Dr. York. Some of y'all don't know who Dr. York was. He was a master teacher who was Africa Bambaata's master teacher. He was Brother Polite's master teacher, and a lot of other ones. And Dr. York is in jail, charged for touching over 200 kids. He copped out to those charges because he didn't want his community to know that the doctors tested him and he tested positive for herpes, and those same herpes he gave the children. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You know, Whitney Houston. And anybody that's following me, that's still watching them dusty ass niggas in the dirty section of YouTube, or these other dudes on other platforms, the minute they bust out singing a song the way I do, while you in their comment section, tell them in their comment section until they block you, stop copying HASSAN Campbell. That's not you. The only person on YouTube that was doing that on YouTube that I didn't know we was doing it simultaneously, he was saying that I was stealing his style because he was on YouTube before me. Did I give permission to do that? It's Tommy Sotomayor. If it ain't Tommy Sotomayor, they stealing my shit. Give it back. What you mean, who cares who copied who? Don't steal my slogans and get paid for it. That's copyright infringement. Shut up. Hell you talking about? It's called copyright infringement.
I really do a lot for the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here. Mm-hmm. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame, and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's name. When you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
What's the best way?
It's out now. There ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Okay.
You heard?
If he reached out,
he had the chance. He could have reached out. That avenue of talking to me is out.
That's out.
You heard? I had the same conversation with Farrakhan.
How did that go?
He summoned me. For saying his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
If you know now what you're talking about, young man, let me school you to what you're doing. Well, yeah, it is music. So in a bit of music, you do get
Yeah.
You do get what you get, you heard? But we still in the entertainment business. But miss me with the bullshit, you heard? When you see me, keep your hand down, you heard? Where you from, New Orleans? Don't play with me like that. People from New Orleans already called me, you heard? You preacher, get out of here.
You told too.
What was that, King?
You told?
Yeah, he told.
So we ain't gonna get into that. I just want to hear him up. Will you snap on him?
No, yeah,
No.
Look like you sell incense all
We
day.
got other things we could go. But listen, I'll say
He
this.
look like he sell true sticks on 250 by the 4 train.
Come on, let's not do that. Come on, Jim.
It's cool
No,
for
but listen,
everybody.
what I'm saying is, I'm glad you addressed
Bro,
it.
he's not,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
let's not even talk about him. I
Okay.
don't even know him. I
Let's
don't know who
move
he's
on.
at. I don't really care about him. He's a figment of my imagination.
Well, let me
I've
say
seen
this.
people reprimanded for less, I promise you.
Yeah,
that. Niggas will wrinkle your shirt for way less than that.
Yeah. I will say he's been putting in work for years.
Yeah.
And he's been all over the country.
Obviously, they're not working for him because he's using other people's name. If he was doing something from his heart, he shouldn't use nobody else's name if you've been outside doing that work.
That's it. I don't want to go back and forth. I just want y'all to know he's done work. He does work in a different area.
All right, keep doing work. You heard?
Okay.
Leave me out of that. You heard? I promise you, leave me out of that. I'm scared for anybody that bothers me. I don't want no problem. I don't want no drama. I don't want you to mention my name because I don't want no drama. I don't want to get an attitude because you mentioned my name for no reason. I don't even want to get into that.
Okay.
But no, I start glitching and shit like that. You heard? You got me very upset about this, bro. Let me know what you do besides preaching to the people, bro. You heard? When you want to do something positive and do something for the people instead of talking, holla at me, bro. I really.
I got to take a deep breath on that. TDC, you're not reaching highs. All these folk needs to give you your props if they're going to take the moves and the smooth criminals taking your message like that. Yes, for real, man. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Once again, all the new people that came in the building, I'm going to constantly say this because I'm serious about it. My platform is being sabotaged. We got 4,400 people in the building. I believe it's 10,000 people in the building. Hit the like button so we can see the likes surpass the people that's in the building so we can catch YouTube in this lie. Whoever's hacking my platform, whatever bot they put on or whatever the case may be, I need y'all to hit the like button so that we could surpass the people that's in the building because I know they playing with the numbers. I just want to catch them in the act. And I need you to participate by hitting the like button and prove me wrong. Hit the like button. Jim Jones. Sometimes I want y'all to understand something, right? Sometimes I don't be wanting to feel like a bully. I don't want to be coming off like I'm just trying to bully Jim Jones. So let me ask y'all a question in the comment section. Am I bugging? Did Jim Jones go way too far? Matter of fact, your message is working. Keep talking that talk. It's everybody that got a wrench. People get too disrespectful in the comment section. Y'all got y'all wrenches now. All the people that's been supporting in the super chat. Y'all got wrenches. Especially the ones with the nice donations. Y'all buying y'all wrench tonight. Get busy in that comment section. People in there violating, they could disagree with me with it, but when they get disrespectful, and you could tell they ain't really rocking with this platform, they don't need to talk over here. Y'all can go to somebody else's platform and do that COINTELPRO bullshit. On top of the fact that I want the people to understand that I've been giving wrenches to, the people that support me somehow always end up getting blocked. That's why I'm giving the people that supporting, that sponsoring this war, you getting the wrench. And the people that can't afford to sponsor the war, I thank y'all for supporting me. All you got to do is simply talk in the comment section to show support and hit the like button. It's simple.
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Because I help.
The brother said, Jim Jones, he said, I love you. You could do better. He said, I love you. You could do better. And your response is,
I really do a lot for the people.
He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame, and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain...
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill,
I love you. You could do better. Let the Jim Jones saying, you might get your shirt wrinkled. My little cousin might smack a dread out of your head. Shall we begin? Are you not entertained? This is not why you're here? Shall we begin? Jim Jones. I be trying my best. Jim Jones get beat up in Massachusetts. I'm definitely gonna need y'all to hit the like button for this one. Stop playing with me, man. Hit that like button. And if the super chat ain't working, my cash app is $HASSAN Campbell. Sponsor this war. Now, being that I know all the ops is in here watching, I stopped the video before the Latino brother stalled off on Jim Jones' crew. In this video right here, I'll put the link in the comment section after the live is over so y'all can watch the full video of those brothers beating the brakes off of Jim Jones' people. Now, notice that I'm not showing y'all too much because I don't want them trying to flag me. I'm keeping the content professional, but in this video, right here, this shit right here, nigga, right there, Jim Jones' crew got whipped out because he didn't want to take pictures with the people that paid them to come to the party, allegedly. That might be the story. It might not be the story, but Jim Jones didn't throw a punch. So you're going to super violate D1 because he said he loved you. But you didn't throw not one punch outside that bar. Instead, you sat there and watched your crew get whipped out. And I would admit, one of the dudes that was with Jim Jones was trying to tell Jim Jones to just get in the car so he wouldn't get hurt. But what's all the push-ups for? It's funny how you have a bigger audience and have been saying the same things, but they wait until D1, who does the Christian rap, to respond. Of course. Haas, now you see you're reassured that you got the streets because Jimmy don't sleep. Jimmy don't step to you. Of course he don't. Of course he don't. You never gonna see him or Mano sitting up there talking about, when I see that nigga, I'm gonna beat that nigga up, because they know well enough to know that that's not going to happen. When you run into Hassan Campbell, it's gonna be piece of pieces. That's it. It ain't gonna be no WrestleMania. And the reality of it is, last year I talked all that boxing shit. This year the arthritis starting to kick in the show. I ain't got time to be playing with a nigga. We gonna get busy. If it's gonna be something, it's gonna be something. And that's it, man. And niggas already know that about me. You've been talking the same ish. Umar saying pride allows people to acknowledge from a distance. They never gonna tell you to your face. So there's the video. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section. After this live is over, y'all be able to go to the comment section, and I'm gonna link that so y'all can actually watch the footage. Real live footage of Jim Jones and his crew getting whipped out. Like, see, I'm not one of them dudes that's new. I'm not new on the block. I'm not new on the block. We can take it back to Mandisi, right? When Jim Jones met up with Mandisi and they got into that discrepancy, right? Ashley, thank you for sponsoring this war, family. Appreciate you. So you gonna tell me that Mandisi beat the brakes off of you in Harlem, Sevens, Linux, and what about the East Side? Oh, that song was hot, Jimmy. You ain't super violate Mandisi. He beat the brakes off you. You didn't super violate him. Where was your little cousin at? When you had the Summer with Miami, you know, you had that hot ass song. I love that song. The Summer with Miami, when you was running to Miami, because you was trying to escape Gangsta Lou. Let me tell y'all something, man. I don't mean to sound cocky, sound arrogant, but Poppy from Bronx River, Poppy. We ain't talking about Hassan Campbell. We talking about Poppy here now. Poppy from Bronx River was an A1 get busy nigga in New York. All of the gangsters came to get me for their beef back in the days. So when these dudes be sitting up there telling y'all that Jimmy is tough, not to me. Because dudes that get busy don't come up off their jury. Take it off, Jimmy. Take it off. That bracelet, take it off, Jimmy. The bracelet, take. True Life's out on the internet and showed you your jury after he robbed you and beat you up. Jojo Capone super violated you. Are you kidding me? The best part about it is Mano was disrespecting you up and down the internet because he needed somebody to bully. And then you became friends with him? So now I'm bullying both of you niggas. Y'all want to be my friend? I just want to be down. Can we kick it? Can we be... Because that's how it works, right? Mano was violating Jim Jones. And then when you listen to the story that they told on how Mano ran into Jim Jones in the mall, and that specific day, Jim Jones had 100 niggas with him in the mall. HASSAN Campbell be in the mall by himself. HASSAN Campbell be in the mall by himself. But Jim Jones had 100 dudes with him. And Mano only had 3 dudes with him. So, as the story they told, because they told the story, Mano was going up the escalator, Jim Jones and them was coming down, and next thing you know, they surrounded Mano. And ever since then, ain't no guns come out. Ain't no boom, boom, boom. Nigga, you approach me in the mall anywhere. I don't care how many niggas you got with you. If you ain't coming to give me dap, I guarantee you don't even waste your time talking. Don't. Because I'm not the one that's going to come out my jury. I'm not the nigga that's going to get stomped out. So that indirect, that message that you gave D1, somehow, somewhat, I think you really think that you was talking to me, but I know you knew not to say my name. Say my name. I wish you would say my name. I wish you would get on the internet, talk about what your little cousin going to do to me. And the sad part about it is, when you sit back and you really, really analyze it, so you telling me your little cousin ain't do nothing to True Life. He ain't do nothing to JoJo Capone. Your little cousin ain't do nothing to Man DC.
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill.
So you gonna have him super violated because he said he loved you, but you ain't have True Life violated for robbing you? It is what it is, man. Like I'm sorry. I don't mean to come off like I'm bullying Jim Jones, but I don't like the fact that, first of all that. Come on. Say that again. Let's hear what you had to say, Jimmy. Let's hear what you just had to say again. Like, did you really say all the things that you doing for the people?
I really do a lot for the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You gotta watch whose names you mentioning out here. Mm-hmm. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. Mm. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame, and he don't understand that. Yeah. There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's name. When you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
What's the best way?
It's out now. There ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Okay.
You heard?
If he reached out,
he had the chance. He could have reached out. That avenue of talking to me is out.
That's out.
You heard? I had the same conversation with Farrakhan.
How did that go?
He summoned me. For saying his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
If you know now what you're talking about, young man, let me school you to what you're doing. Well, yeah, it is music. So in a bit of music, you do get. Yeah. You do get what you get, you heard? But we're still in the entertainment business. But miss me with the bullshit, you heard? When you see me, keep your hand down, you heard? Where you from, New Orleans? Don't play with me like that. People from New Orleans already called me, you heard? You preacher, get out of here.
I'm told too.
What was that, King?
You told?
Yeah, he told.
So we ain't gonna get into that. I don't want to hear him up. Will you snap on him?
No.
Look like you sell incense.
We got other things we could go. But listen, I'll say this.
You look like you sell true sticks on 2/5 by the 4th train.
Come on, let's not do that. Come on, Jim. No, but listen, what I'm saying is, I'm glad you addressed it.
Bro, he's not. Bro, let's not even talk about him. I don't even know him. I don't really care about him. He's a figment of my imagination.
Well, let me say this.
People reprimanded for less. I promise you.
Yeah, I just
niggas will wrinkle your shirt for way less than that.
Yeah.
Jim Jones get beat up at the Rucker Park.
Jim Jones get beat up at the Rucker Park.
I don't even have to play it. I just told y'all what to search for. So that's live footage of Jim Jones getting his ass beat in his hood in Harlem. The Ruckers is your backyard. It's Harlem. You in Harlem. Junior Mafia, allegedly, if that was them, Little C's and them crew, beat the brakes off of Jim Jones in Harlem. And it's not that I'm not trying to violate you, Jimmy. I just want to know why you gonna wrinkle the shirt of a nigga that said that he loved you. He didn't put his hands on you. He said that you could do better because the children, so many. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me be honest. A lot of the children really ain't watching you no more, Jimmy. Y'all washed up. They got their own sound of music. But the ones that was watching you, you led so many of them to the penitentiary. You led so many of them to the penitentiary. You destroyed so many lives. Jim Jones, you was like the ruler of Zamunda at a time when Jaja and Stack Bundles was running with you. According to Jaja, Queen's Flip interview, and other places, when they was on tour with you for bowling, you was making $50,000 to $100,000 a show. I'll even minimize it to $20,000 a show. I'll minimize it. You had the hottest song in the country that was playing everywhere, and you paid one of the dopest rappers ever out of New York, who never got a chance to make it, $150 a show. You paid Jaja $150 a show. Stack Bundles asked you to help him get his own apartment. You told him to move in with you in your house in New Jersey. And he told you no, because he's a grown-ass man and he not sharing a room with another man in your house. And you talking about what you gave to the community? Are y'all kidding me? And you talking about what you gave to the community? You gave the hottest nigga in the game. Oh, no, wait. So you gave him $150. You gave Jaja at the time. She was up and coming. She was looking pretty at the time. $150. And Max B was so broke at the height of his career with him writing your music that was selling, that was doing dope. He went to do a robbery at a hotel. The same robbery he was going to do, some other dudes was doing a robbery at the same time. Make it plain and simple. He been in jail for over 20 years for robbery. The niggas around you was committing robberies because you wouldn't feed them. But you talking about what you feed in the hood? Make that make sense. Shout out to Max B. Max B arguably would have been one of the dopest rappers ever. Max B would have been top 5 rapper ever if Max B wouldn't have went to jail. Now, if Max B come home, his music ain't gonna go nowhere. Because the young boys ain't listening to it. And the algorithm ain't gonna push it. So now that after you told Melly to super violate Tekashi 6ix9ine on a federal wiretap, you told Melly to super violate, and I ain't got time to find all this audio. I should have had all this together because it would have been a masterpiece to put all this together, to put the audio together of you telling that man on a federal wiretap to super violate Tekashi 6ix9ine. And then you gave instructions on a federal wiretap on how to handle the security, because the security can't fire their guns in New York City, to super violate them and beat them down as well. So you told them, you told gang members to carry out a gang act. You was part of two federal wiretaps, two large investigations with conspiracy charges, and didn't get charged with neither one of them. So now Melly's in jail, locked up, they won't let me out. And there's nobody else for you to run with. So you get cool with Jim Jones and you put Dice Pesos, shout out to Dice Pesos. I mean, you get cool with Mano, a nigga that was bullying you, and then you put Dice Pesos around you, and now you trying to act like you helping a nigga, but you really using Dice for that muscle that he got around him. Because if you don't keep niggas around you that's active and attracted to the precinct, and you running around with the top, the mayor of New York. This nigga was the head of the police, now he's the mayor, and you keep finding yourself in the company of the mayor, the police, aka the CIA, the FBI. When we started doing that. And then you got nerve enough to have gang members and drug dealers, ex-drug kingpins coming home from the federal penitentiary, and street niggas sitting around you making records with you like they don't know you a hot boy. Because niggas is willing to do anything to get in that industry. And the bus stops here. Like, nah, I don't want to be cool with niggas no more. I don't want to be friends with niggas. I don't want to kick it with niggas. I don't want to skate with niggas because I'm different. I'm totally different. All of a sudden now, all the rules goes out the windows. There's no rules in the streets no more. And let's talk about the streets. For all you street niggas that's watching me. Let me say this again, because this ain't the first time I said it. First and foremost, when you see these different platforms sitting up there talking about lock them up, that was my slogan. I was supposed to come out with the shirts. I was saying that for like 7 years now. Lock them up. Dudes was like, oh, he's a snitch. No, some of you niggas need to go to jail. Some of you niggas that came home from jail, please go back to jail, please. Please, pretty please. Please go back to jail. We don't want you in the street. We don't want your energy. We sick and tired of you. Oh, the streets is tired of the streets. It's something wrong with you dudes coming home from jail. And y'all coming home with a diddy bop like you did something, like you got something to come to be proud of. You coming home, and instead of coming home saying warning, 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 that prison system is slavery. You don't want to go there. Instead of telling these young kids that prison system, it hurts being in there. It hurts being taken away from your mother. It hurts to be taken away from your children. Nah, y'all coming out of there like y'all came out of gladiator school and you proud. So now these children in the streets watching y'all dudes wear y'all stripes of being gangsters, and they going down the same dark path that y'all came from. I don't like you dudes. I really don't. To all y'all young boys that's watching me, man. If you gonna rock somebody's snot box, hit them in the head with the... If you gonna turn somebody's TV off, night, night, I want you to think back to what hurt you. I want you to think back to the nights that your mother was smoking crack or sniffing dope. I want you to think about those nights. And then you take your anger out on all these kingpins coming home. Because those are the ones that hurt you back in the days. Those are the ones that hurt your mama. Those are the ones that the reason why your papa couldn't be a man. Because he was a slave. He had that dope fiend nod. They did that to him. And they bragging about it. Remember that when you walking through the hood and you looking at another young boy. And he got an ice grill. And you got an ice grill. They did that to y'all. The hurt y'all had to go through in the foster care system, they did that to y'all. Dudes want to be like Nicky Barnes. They want to be like Fat Cat. They did that to y'all. That's where y'all take your anger out at. Some of y'all young boys need to go watch the Black Panther movie with the Black Panthers, not the cartoon. And y'all need to watch how the brothers was going out there getting free lunch. Y'all need to sit up there and watch how the brothers was going out there putting the stop signs up. Yeah, that's the shit that you stole from me. And put it in your own words, Dr. Umar Johnson. And you know what they did? To neutralize the Black Panther Party? They flooded the community with dope. The same way in today's time right now, when I see them videos with Lisa Evans reporting on how they just got a fentanyl bust, I be happy. When the FBI catch you dudes with that fentanyl, I be happy. Because now the fentanyl is killing the people more than the dope and the crack. And no, this ain't New Jack City. But you cats is committing genocide on your own people. Scoring points for the enemy. And diddy bopping through the hood like you got something to be proud of. Hit him in the... I ain't got no respect for you cats. The streets is washed up. The streets is washed up. And yo, I'm telling y'all, when I come back to this, internet, I'm coming back like I'm avenging my brother's death. All you dudes running around, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, talking about you, the big homie. And you still living in the projects? All you little dudes, how Jim Jones said, super violate them. They ain't your big homie. Nigga, you 30 years old and you ain't got no property? You 30 years old and you ain't established nothing for yourself? You 30 years old and you, and I'm not talking, listen, let me make this clear. To anybody that's a janitor, bus driver, or if you're a working person, this does not pertain to you. I understand that times is hard. This is for these dudes that claim to be gangsters. Is you bout it back? If you gangster and you claiming to be blood, crip, or whatever else, and you ain't owning no property? If you ain't got nothing to show for you being a gangster? Because gangsters went out to Vegas, the desert, and they created casinos. If you ain't got a bar, if you ain't got a bodega, if you ain't got some type of business that you running, and you 30 years old and up, drop your flag. You ain't gangster. You just talk a lot. Because if you gangster, you're going to use that gangster strength, that gangster mentality, and that gangster army that you got behind you to accomplish something. And if you don't accomplish something, then what we talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. Sean Holmes, because of you, Hassan, I look at these street dudes going to jail completely different. There's nothing but viruses. One love, Detroit. I don't respect these cats, man. They can't tell me nothing. I done been through it all. I done seen it all through these eyes. I done walked that walk. Now I'm going to use every breath of every energy of my power to speak out against everything that's the streets ain't even the streets no more. The streets ain't even the streets no more. So all that tough talk, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Jim Jones been active where? He lost every major battle that he had. The only fight that this nigga ever won with his crew was when he ran into Freddie Gibbs in a restaurant. And see, for me, no disrespect to Freddie Gibbs, but Freddie Gibbs never came off to me like a JoJo Capone. Freddie Gibbs never came off to me like he was a Mandisi. And shout out to Mandisi, but dogs, you got beat up by a pretty boy with a knuckle game. Night, night. Shout out to Mandisi. I'm sorry, man. And I'm sorry because I be telling brothers like Ant Live and the rest of the brothers, like, I'm gonna fall back off this dude, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna just sit up there and I can't resist that. I'm gonna sit up there and let you talk about you gonna slap a dude that said he loved you, but you need to do better. Because black boys is dying in the street and you want to beat them up now. You need to be exiled out of the black community. I don't understand how Casanova 2 times is in jail, and one of the charges that Casanova 2 times is being charged with is because he used gang activity in his videos. So they charged him with promoting gang lifestyle. And how you didn't get charged with that? Jim Jones, nobody promoted the Bloods in the beginning like you did. Bringing Game to New York. Doing that song with Game. Running around with the whole Dipset with the red flags. Nobody did it like you. But somehow, some way, the feds just keep overlooking you. Now, see, what I want y'all to understand is, right, that y'all not paying attention to, because you got, the same way you got digital COINTELPRO, you got these music dudes in the music industry that's working with the federal government, that's infiltrating our hood. Why you think Jim Jones keep going back to Harlem? Why are you always in Harlem? Because you really ain't got the money that you pretending to have. You ain't selling no records. Nobody. Rick Ross, and this is a video that I was going to make separate. And I want y'all to understand something, right? Meek Mills and Rick Ross, 2 of the hottest niggas in the game, just flopped. They just released, and Meek said it himself. He said, I'm not proud to announce my record sales for the first week. They sold 35,000 copies the first week. They flopped. That's flopping for somebody on the level of Meek Mills and Rick Ross. So now what I want y'all to understand, if Meek Mills and Rick Ross just flopped, that means you dudes that's trying to rap right now, there's no hope for you. Records are not selling. If Meek Mills and Rick Ross can't put themselves on right now, and they 2 of the hottest dudes in the game, the music industry is over. Why y'all keep acting like y'all don't hear? They give you 15 minutes of fame, then they kick you to the curb. Y'all didn't watch that video with Terrence Howard that's going viral on Instagram, where Terrence Howard said they gave him $12,000 to do that movie. It's hard out here for a pimp. Y'all don't realize what you gotta go through the door? There's a door. The game is rigged. It's over for the rap game. 4,700 people in the building. We went up to 53. I need y'all to hit the like button. I really believe it's 10,000 people in the building. And hit the like button and support me. Shout out to everybody that's been giving super chat. If the super chat ain't working, or you see this video tomorrow and y'all want to support me, make sure y'all go to that Cash App, $ HASSAN Campbell. I don't care who else don't put their own Cash App up. When I speak, when I use my voice and I speak to y'all, I say things that they don't like. So every time I open my mouth, I put myself at risk for y'all. So even if you ain't got a lot of money, put $1 in my super chat. If 4,800 people put $1 in my super chat, or rather my own Cash App, then that's $4,800. You sponsoring the war. What war, HASSAN Campbell? Let me let him tell you. Let me let Jeezy tell you.
In my life, I did everything right on this tour. I didn't take any gang members or nothing crazy. I took the people that was working. I stayed on my bus the whole time. I did everything right, and I got caught up. I had Minister Farrakhan calling me every other day like, Jeezy, brother, the enemy's coming. I'm just like, what the hell is going on?
So
Why is he calling you?
So y'all see how you hit the like button and it jumped up to 5,400 people in the building? That's what I'm telling y'all, man. That's what I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm telling y'all. I had to point that out to y'all. Y'all gotta hit that like button so it'll show y'all how many people really in the building. I know we got to over 10,000 people in the building. Hit that like button.
Point of my life. I did everything right on this tour. I didn't take any gang members or nothing crazy. I took the people that was working. I stayed on my bus the whole time. I did everything right, and I got caught up. I had Mr. Farrakhan calling me every other day, like, Jeezy, brother, the enemy's coming. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So
Why is he calling you?
he called me and said, brother Jeezy, your message is changing. The enemy is coming to get you. I said, with all due respect, Mr. Farrakhan, all my enemies in my neighborhood, I'm not going back there no time soon. He said, no, the enemy. But what he was saying was that my message was changing and I was starting to educate my people.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And now here comes the enemy. And he was aligned. It was when I got to that arena to do my show in front of 30,000 people, it was my time to go on stage. It was maybe 70 police back there waiting to take me to jail. When I
So y'all just heard Jeezy break down how when he and you know what? I've been hard on Jeezy, and Jeezy deserves it. Because Jeezy, and I'm gonna make this separate video again on this topic. So Jeezy basically told y'all the reason why, and it hurts. I appreciate Jeezy for doing this interview with Nia Long and speaking on that, because for many years I've been going at Jeezy because Jeezy sent his son to college and he sent our children to the penitentiary. Jeezy didn't go get a Glock and start a revolutionary, but he realized that he had the power of influence through hip-hop to elevate our people. And when he started using his voice, the same way Malcolm X did, see what it got him? The same way Martin Luther King did, see what it got him? To see what the Black Panther Party, Marcus Garvey, see what it got them? So when he did that, he ended up in jail for a homicide that he didn't do. What's the nigga to do? Don't nobody want to go back to the hood. Let's keep it 100. Don't nobody want to go back to the hood. When you made it out and you get a taste of good living, you get a taste of good neighborhoods. You get to get away from them crack fiends. You get to get away from the dope fiends. You ain't got to walk through 30 niggas in your lobby with guns on their waist. You ain't got to worry about sending your husband to the store to go get you some beverages and he don't make it back home. You ain't got to worry about your child joining a gang because they intimidated by the numbers in the streets. So either you're going to get down or lay down. Most of our celebrities are selling us out because they don't want to go back to the hood. And see, what y'all don't understand is 50 Cent was the last of selling records. And even then with the CDs, the game was still rigged in. But at least you still could sell CDs out of out of the trunk of your car. Once they switch everything over to digital, nobody's paying for your music unless you sell it to them yourself. Nobody's buying music when you can stream it for free. The game is over. The jig is up. Now let me get to this slick comment. Lil Kurt. This man really thinks that somebody at the FBI headquarters is at the desk taking away his YouTube views. Yeah, I do. And I proved it over and over and over again. And I'm going to prove it again tonight. I'm going to prove it. Yes. I absolutely do. And I've proved it over and over and over again. But I tell you what, Lil Kurt, you know what I want you to do for me, Little Kurt? I want you to Google me. I want you to Google me, Little Kurt. Then I want you to Google you. Can you do that for me? Google yourself and see if you come up. I want everybody that's watching me right now, I want y'all to Google Lil Kurt and see who pops up. Never mind. It's a waste of time. Are you not entertained? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, when you Google Hassan Campbell. Yeah. See that shit right there? That nigga from Bronx River? Yeah. Yeah, he's somebody. That nigga name ring bells. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. With age comes wisdom, man. All y'all young boys out there that's watching me, if dudes ain't telling you the same thing that I'm telling you, the streets don't love you, these niggas ain't your OGs. They want to see you fail. By the age of 30, and you in a gang, you 30 years old, you in the streets and you in a gang at 30 years old, and you ain't got no property, if the only thing you have is a car, you a bum. And you stunting. If the only thing you got is jewelry and a car, and you 30 years old and you in a gang, you don't deserve to be a big homie. Because I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Christopher Columbus, yeah, he was that gang. And when he went outside to represent his gang, he went overseas to a land that he didn't know. He didn't stay in Webster Ave. He didn't stay in Bronx River. He didn't stay in Etowah. He went to America, a whole country, and indebted you on your own country. Now you dusty ass gangbangers, you 30 years old, and the only thing you got is your gap. What you gonna do with it? Is you the illest nigga in Nebraska? What you gonna do with that gap? What you gonna do? See, it's easy to find beef with somebody that ain't looking for beef. But if you gonna rep your set, then rep your set. That's all I'm saying. I ain't telling you to go out there and throw your life away. But if you gang banging, yeah, go throw your life away, my nigga. It's all or nothing. Don't go look for somebody that's in the hood to victimize, that's hurting just like you. Nah, go get us a country. Go get us some. Go get us some land. Turn this shit into Baghdad. Huh? It's the American way. CMB. Turn this shit into Baghdad. What? Y'all notice I ain't even had a sip yet? Y'all know this nigga sitting in front of you right here sober, right? Getting the shakes. Hit them likes up. Nah, man, for real. I don't like these old niggas my age. I don't like them. I don't like them. The streets ain't safe for nobody. Don't let these niggas fool you. Streets ain't safe for nobody. I don't like being outside. Niggas was calling me a hypocrite when I went outside. I told Five Guard when I was standing in the house, don't worry, I'll be outside in a minute. My niggas is coming home from jail. So I'm going to spend time with my niggas when they come home. When they first come home, then I'm going back in the house. Then I'm going back in the house. I got some more niggas getting ready to come home from jail. My right hand man, my right hand man get ready to come. I've been telling, I used to tell Five Guard, like really tell him. My nigga Terrence, my right hand man Terrence, got 25 years in. Watch how the streets start talking. Eric working on his appeal. My hitters? Come on, Bronx River. Y'all know y'all watching. Y'all know y'all don't like what Terrence and Poppy did to y'all. Y'all niggas can front all y'all want to, telling all these false lies and mixing stories up. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all already know. I already know. I'm in a house because it's safe to say it ain't safe outside, man. You know how many of my niggas is in jail right now just for getting caught with a gun? This ain't the South. In New York, if you go outside with your gun, you being hunted by the police and the niggas you got beef with. In New York, if you go outside with your gun, everywhere you go, there's a camera watching you. So now here's the thing, right? It's like the little nigga when I went to Bronx River, right? For those of y'all that didn't see the video, I'm gonna put the video up again on my Instagram so y'all can see the video of when I went to Bronx River and one of them dusty niggas whispered into that bum ass nigga. The little nigga was actually cool with me. That's the crazy part about it. I used to look out for the little nigga before they started accepting him. Dawn accepted the little nigga Streets. That's his name, Streets, little nigga. Little corny, dirty nigga with dirty nails, always in front of the store trying to sell weed. Niggas accepted the little nigga, so I come to Bronx River, and he calls himself questioning me about Dawn. And I'm like, I looked at the nigga. Are you serious? Like, you way out of your league even asking me a question about Dawn and why I disrespected a nigga that's a rapist. I had love for Dawn until I found out how many, the little nigga was violating boys and girls. Little nigga was raping boys and girls. And y'all gonna act like y'all ain't know what he did to Dana's son? And others? Oh, y'all gonna act like y'all didn't know that. So, I'm sitting there in Bronx River. Shorty come like, yo, you know what I mean? Niggas didn't like what you... I spazzed on a little nigga. Shorty got a gun on him. I backs out my toy, my fake gun, my Bible. I was about to read the little nigga scriptures. Y'all see me in the video. All the old timers calmed the situation down. I leaves Bronx River. These niggas take the video with HASSAN Campbell because Shorty didn't back out. He knew the cameras was watching us. That was the setup. Now HASSAN Campbell all over the internet, viral for backing out on a little nigga. This ain't no Charlston white shit. The shit was real. And when I realized that all it takes is for me to go outside and one of these niggas that used to be scared to death of me, scared to death that they would actually sit up there and say a little dirty nigga. Now, Jeezy, like he said, if I shoot you, I'm brainless. But if you shoot me, you famous nigga. I had like 50, $60,000 worth of jewelry on. Shorty had a gun. I backed out on Shorty. Shorty wants to talk with a gun. Ain't nothing to talk about. I looked at my older brother, Jerry. Told me go home. I got in my car, went home. Got on the phone with Jerry when I got home. I said, I did good. He said, yeah, you did good. Because everybody and their mama knew how to blue street. I would have pushed his, I would have read that nigga some crazy scriptures. Crazy scriptures. But I had to learn. Every time I go outside, my life is in danger because the words I speak and because of my reputation. Nigga, I'm not the average nigga y'all think I am. You know how many of them older niggas in Bronx River be making up lies? Old Poppy got ran out of Bronx River. By who? By who? When? I know y'all not talking about the time when Nudie, when him and Myra killed they killed that young boy in my building. Haas been to jail for homicide a few times. I keep telling y'all that. The last homicide case that HASSAN Campbell went to jail for was in 2004. I was charged with a homicide because Nudie and Myra, Nudie's dead, Myra's a federal informant, killed that young boy in that building, and they left a crackhead inside the apartment on the 6th floor of my building, left a crackhead in the building to say HASSAN Campbell did it. So I went to jail for murder. The only reason why I beat that case is because after me being in jail for 30 days and spending $10,000 on a lawyer, the lawyer went and got the tapes from Co-op City. That's when I had my co-op. He went to Co-op City, got the tapes before the police got the tapes because the police was hoping to frame HASSAN Campbell because I beat other homicide cases. The police helped frame me. And when my lawyer got the tapes, after 30 days of being in jail, a nigga got released for a body. It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. All these dudes running around with their stories. When y'all read my book, y'all gonna say this ain't true? That can't possibly be true. Y'all niggas wouldn't even have a clue. Most of my friends died at a young age. Other ones got life in jail. Your story is not like my story. You're not going to hear about stories of niggas taking HASSAN Campbell's jewelry. You got to kill me. You're not going to hear stories of nobody beating me up. If I'm in a situation and I'm on a block and I'm standing out there with my mans and niggas come air me out and my mans don't get aired out that's standing with me, I got niggas in the cut that I never take pictures with. That's going to air my mans out. I don't play that shit. You standing next to me, I get hit up and niggas miss you, you're going to die with me. I know the streets. And as a matter of fact, my Snapbox TV is going to be dedicated all about the streets. I'm going to teach y'all what to avoid in the streets. I'm going to teach y'all how to survive the streets. I'm going to teach you how to stay out of jail. I'm going to teach you what all these other niggas on this internet is not teaching you. Don't never let them believe how little Kurt came in the comment section, whoever that is, and he talking about, you want us to believe the FBI is watching? If the FBI ain't watching, then how so many of our young boys is going to jail with FBI cases? If the FBI's not watching, why is Little D-Thing in jail? One of the hottest rappers from River Park Towers. If the FBI's not watching, why is his crew in jail? If the FBI's not watching, why is K Flock in jail? For a case that could have been self-defense, why did the feds snatch him and his whole crew up? Hottest little nigga in the city. Snatched his whole crew up. Thank God 5 Guard didn't get locked up with them. The ringleader. What part y'all don't understand? The streets don't love nobody. The streets ain't safe for nobody. Everybody that was drilling and killing these last couple of years is in jail. They watching. They are looking for that next revolutionary spirit. You got to understand something. To defy their laws, you already going against them, but going against yourself at the same time. So now they know that they got to watch out for the warrior spirit within you. So they set up little obstacles in the hood for y'all to score points against each other, against yourselves. Self-destruction. And you're headed for self-destruction. You know the song? Hey, Dr. Umar Johnson, you didn't hear when you was listening to my videos? You didn't hear me ask everybody that celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, how y'all celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip-hop and y'all didn't play the song Self-Destruction? Because they didn't want to wake up that revolution spirit. I teach you how to survive these streets. All about these streets, man. Yeah, shout out to Terrence. Yeah, Terrence on his way home. Well, y'all know me and Terrence gonna look crazy together. Y'all know. But see, the thing about it is, we ain't gonna be standing outside in Bronx River. And shout out to everybody in my generation from Bronx River that moved out of the projects and doing good somewhere else. That's making something of themselves. I'm proud of y'all. I see y'all on Instagram. I see y'all on Facebook. Scared to leave the nest. I refuse to pass a project eggs. Oh, wow. So they just knocked my live down and brought it back in. That was crazy. Just zapped my joint. I refuse to pass down a project apartment to my kids. Nah, never. The main objective is to get out the hood. Don't let Jim Jones come back to the hood and sell the hood to you. Don't let Mano come back to the hood and sell the hood to you, because that's what they doing. The truth of the matter is, Jim Jones already lost his house after balling, which means he's broke. And he rather, instead of him hustling and educating at the same time, because now he's a senior citizen rapper. A senior citizen? Yes, a senior citizen rapper. He's a senior citizen. With age comes wisdom. With age comes responsibility. And these niggas don't care how many lives they destroy. Rapper Jim Jones get locked up for guns and drugs.
Rapper Jim Jones get locked up for guns and drugs.
We're learning new details tonight about the arrest of rapper Jim Jones in Coweta County this week. Deputies say Jones was a passenger in a car that led police on a brief chase Wednesday night. And when deputies stopped the car, they say they found drugs inside. Fox 5's Doug Evans has the story from Coweta County, where he spoke with the deputy who made that stop.
It was late Wednesday night, just before midnight, when a Coweta County deputy says he saw a Mercedes SUV swerving on the highway on Interstate 85. He says the car was driven by 23-year-old Anna Miles. In the back seat was rapper Jim Jones, who's 41 years old and his real name is Joseph Jones. The deputy says when he pulled behind the car on the interstate, quote, he noticed the smell of marijuana. He told me by telephone it was so strong he smelled it before he even noticed the car weaving down the road. And when he pulled alongside it, he says front seat passenger Darnell Wright turned on the interior dome light. And the deputy says he couldn't see anyone inside because, quote, the entire vehicle appeared to be filled with smoke. The deputy says when the car went from the far left lane to get off the highway at exit 35 at Grantville without signaling, he turned on his blue lights and tried to pull it over. But the car, he says, ran a stop sign and refused to stop. And in trying to pull in front of the SUV, he says Miles accelerated, intentionally striking my vehicle. He says all four inside were eventually taken into custody: rapper Jim Jones, Darnell Wright, Jamal Smith, and Anna Miles. Deputies say all four are being charged with drug possession. The men are being charged with possession of a firearm and the commission of a crime. Deputies say they found a stolen handgun in the backseat where they say Jones and Jamal Smith were sitting. The driver, Anna Miles, she faces a charge of fleeing from police and aggravated assault. 3 of the 4 are still in jail right now. Rapper Jim Jones is the only one who's bonded out. Live in Coweta County, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Doug, thanks. Hold on. So y'all telling me that he's in this car with 4 people and he's the only one that bailed out? Yo, Jimmy, how you in a car with 4 people, your co-defendants, and you in the back seat of a car, which means that 9 times out of 10, I'm assuming that you took the gun off of your waist and sat it in the back seat because you wanted to say it wasn't mine, it wasn't found on me. See, my rules, you in my car, you got a gun on you in your possession, that shit better stay in your pants. You in my car, you got a gun on your waist, that shit better stay inside your pants. That gun is yours. Because if I get locked up because you threw a gun in the backseat of my car, this shit right here, nigga, it's gonna get serious. I don't play that. I ain't, yo, that's my word. I've never in my life made little niggas in my hood go down for my gun. I've never in my life, see the thing about it is that Haas, I'm a law-abiding citizen now. I stay away from guns. I stay far away from guns. Y'all seen the video when I turned in the gun and the police told them I stay away from guns. But what I'm saying to you is, in one summer, I took 26 guns off y'all niggas' waist. Y'all never gonna talk about that. Y'all just gonna tell lies on who. I've never been defeated in the streets. Never. The ran with some of the best of the backs. X called me. He knew not to sit me in the car with none of the rest of them niggas when he had beef. I could tell y'all the story about how we robbed Jeeze Connect. Robbed Jeeze Connect. I could give y'all that story. When I got my first Rolex. Big ass chain, first Rolex. Crazy diamonds. Crazy stick up. Nigga was running around talking shit about X. Saying X had garbage work. So we sitting up there calling ourselves, we waiting for the nigga. We creeping on the nigga. But we couldn't find him. So we decided to go to the gas station. Right? I'm going to give y'all a real story with me and X. So we decided to go to the gas station, right? We get to the gas station on Rosedale. And look who pulls up. The nigga that X was looking for. Now, it's 3 or 4 of them in the car. No, it's about 4 of them in the car, right? Just me and X in the car. So, we seized them. X let me know that's them right there. We gets to violating these niggas, robbing them. X getting to smacking this nigga up. Threw them all in the garbage can. Took his money, rolled them all up and violated him. Yo, he was stolen. Yo, he was beating, X was beating the nigga with garbage bags. Threw them all in the garbage. Took the jury. We jumps in the car. We jumps on the highway, right? Go to Jerome. Soon as we get to Jerome, we get pulled over. Now, X got a stash in his car. So we put the we put the hammers inside the stash compartment. We get to Jerome, we get pulled over by the D's. So now they got us standing outside the car searching us. They put our beepers on top of the car. When they put the beepers on top of the car, the beepers started vibrating. Somebody was beeping one of us. But we thought it was the stash. We thought they opened up the stash spot inside the car. And the hammers came out. But now it was the beeper. So we got scared to death. So, you know, make a long story short, when they didn't find nothing, we got back in that car. And we had a good motherfucking night. We was actually on our way to Steppins. The old Steppins. Because that's where the gangsters was going at. After the clubs let out. Shout out to Steppins. I ain't been to Steppins in a while. I got to go to Steppins and get me some wings. I might give y'all another story. Another story about the last time I went to Steppins. Not the last time, but the night that I went to Puerto Rico. That was a crazy night. But I'll give that to y'all later. That was a crazy night. But yeah, that was me and X. Like y'all act like y'all forgot back in the days, like when Paul Smalls, before Paul Smalls started selling drugs. Me and Paul Smalls, you know, we was the stick-up kids. When I first started coming outside wilding, it was me and Paul Smalls. Yeah. That wasn't Paul Smalls busting the hammer. It was me. Paul Smalls just so happened to be my bigger brother because he was older than me by a year or two. But at the same time, Paul will tell y'all niggas, don't act like y'all didn't know. Stop acting like y'all don't know. See, Terrence already wasn't a sucker, but stop acting like y'all don't know. I'm the one that turned Terrence out. May God forgive me because he got 25 years in jail. But stop acting like y'all don't know I turned Terrence out. Bronx River. Like, stop playing with me. And I say all of that. See, when I say what I'm saying, I want y'all to understand something. It's not me glorifying the streets. The young boys in the streets don't want to hear your story if you can't relate to them. I'm sorry, but I don't have a story for y'all of niggas taking my jewelry, beating me up, and violating me. I don't have a story of that. I'm sorry. I was just too ill. I know when it's hard for some of y'all to believe. That's your problem. The Streets Masterclass on how to survive the hood would be dope, Haas. Streets don't love nobody, man. The streets got an expiration date. Stay your ass in the house. It's simple. You go outside, somebody having a bad day in the hood, they're going to make you have a bad day. When you look at them like, yo, you really want this? Oh, he really, really want it? Then you dig in your pocket and you pull your knife out and you start poking and poking and poking and poking. Oh my God, I'm so lethal with a knife. And you start poking. And they don't even realize that you got so much stress on your back. This is why you be trying to stay in the house. And I tell you females before, and I say it again. If your man is in the house playing that video game, leave him alone. Don't get on his nerves. Like how Gunplay, his baby mother was getting on his nerves. What you want him to do? Go outside and die? Stop starting fights. Some of y'all females got a lot of shit with y'all. Some of y'all females got a lot of shit with y'all. Y'all got nasty attitudes. Nasty attitudes and don't know how to talk to a man. See, for me, at this age, the one thing I'm not, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck if my wife outside sucking another nigga dick. Straight up. As long as I don't see it, I don't care. I'm not looking for that. I don't see it. It's none of my business. Now, if it's in my face, that's something totally different. If you putting it in my face, nah, I'm not looking for that. Because if I'm going to look through your phone then I'm leaving. What am I looking through your phone for? Y'all got to understand something, man. When a man gets a certain age and you know your worth and you know you providing and you know you putting food on the table, talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. Because as men, back in the days, I would smack the dog shit out of a bitch and dare your family to jump. But when you elevate in maturity and you know your worth as a man and you know you better than that, why am I going to sit up there and do that? That part of a man, a woman should never bring out of a man. A woman should never come at a man with aggressiveness, especially over simple shit. When you sitting up there arguing over whose tacos taste better, McDonald's or Taco Bell's, the simplest shit sends you off, that means a woman don't respect you. And see, that's a deal breaker for me. We could argue about shit, but there's a level when you sitting up there and you get disrespectful and you get aggressive. And that's something that some of you females got to learn and some of you dudes got to learn. When a female feels that she can get aggressive with you, y'all not arguing no more, and she's aggressive with you, you in a deadly relationship. When a female feels like she can get aggressive with you while y'all arguing and get loud to the point to where that you feel your anger coming and it might potentially turn into a fight, you keep on playing with that fire gonna burn. See, me in the past, I would beat a bitch ass till the cows come home. Me now, I get far away from that shit. And I'll be the first to tell you, I don't care what nobody think about me. The old me will slap the shit out of a bitch and dare your family to do something. I'll be sitting right there waiting with my gun. Like, go ahead. Your family shooters, I'm going to shoot it till we going to see who going to win. And I'm disrespectful. Niggas is too old for that. Way too old for that. So you dudes that's watching me, when you calm down and she calm down, y'all need to have a conversation. And you need to tell her, we could argue, but that level of aggression, that anger, when you talking to a man, disrespectful, when you feel like you ain't got to respect him, that's a deal breaker for me. Absolutely not. I'm not tolerating no woman disrespecting me. Absolutely not. Especially when you ain't talking to a nigga that's broke. Now, we ain't doing that. Absolutely not. And see, another thing y'all niggas better stop tolerating too, with these females, is them talking to you sideways, but then going to work and talking to everybody at the job polite. Like, no, I'm not tolerating that. With these females sitting up there treating their friends kind. And then the nigga that's come, you sticking your balls all up in their guts, coming all up in their universe. And then you gonna turn around and talk to me like I'm less than shit? Nah, not me. Not me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not me. I'm gonna start schooling y'all dudes, man. Like really, really schooling y'all dudes. Because a lot of y'all dudes is on a break of a bad, y'all on a break of a bad relationship. It's gonna end up bad and it's gonna end up with you locked up. Don't let these broads trick you out of your freedom and get on the internet and play victim after they got you locked up because you done jumped up in her, she done jumped up in your face and you done reminded her. Because I want y'all to understand something. I will remind the female that you are not a man. I will slap the dog shit out of you. Do not jump in my face aggressively. And when it gets to that point where I got to look at my hand and look at you as a female and you giving me the energy as a man, that's when I walk away. That's when with that commercial, the fire department, the door, that's when it's time to hit that door. The door. Because it ain't nothing funny about it. It's real. And a lot of y'all dudes don't understand, man. The stress that goes on in the house between a man and a woman lead most niggas to go into jail. Because you go outside to them street corners to escape that nappy head hole with the edges in the house. because she don't know how to talk to you. And she really pissing you off because she wants you to run outside to those street corners so she could talk to her side nigga on the phone because he's spending too much time with his boo. Yeah. She getting on your nerves because she want to call him on the phone, and now she wants to chase you outside to where the guns is at. And you already having a bad day. Then you know it's niggas on the block that you don't get along with. They don't like you, you don't like them. And then what you find yourself going through? What? Shootouts. Or you get caught because you one of them niggas that understand. Every time you go outside, you got sucker niggas out there on gang time. And all they want to do is hurt their own people. And you're going to show them that you ain't playing with them. But just this day and this time, you walk right out the lobby and you walk right into the detectives. Yo, let me tell you a story, right? One day, 1458 Webster. Shout out to Webster. Me and Lord Akim was next door neighbors. My grandmother lived on Webster. I lived in Bronx River, but I lived in Webster too. So I'm over there on Web, and I'm in the elevator with homicide detectives. And these niggas is looking at me. And you could just tell they just trying to figure out whether they should search me or not. So they asked me, where you live at? I said, Long Island. They said, oh yeah, really? Where at in Long Island? I said, I live in Long Island, but I'm coming to see my grandmother. So when I said Long Island, they asked me the address. I'm like, 36 Waldorf. My mother had a house. That was my mother's house at the time. She owned that house. 36 Waldorf. That used to be my address. So they looked at me. Now, I'm standing there, and I also had a magazine in my hand. I think I had a Dawn Diva magazine in my hand. So they looking back and forth. And me, after I said that to them, I'm like, I'm coming to see my grandma. They let me off the elevator on the 9th floor. A nigga had 2 guns up under my shirt. If them niggas would have pulled my shirt up, I would have been back in jail again. All I did was get in the elevator. That's all it takes in the hood. Why you think the police used to love that stop and frisk shit that we grew up with them doing to us? They love stop and frisk because they could randomly come find somebody that's not committing a crime, and because they found a gun up under your shirt in New York City, and you ain't looking to hurt nobody, but you ain't looking to be hurt. See, that's the whole key to it. You ain't really looking to hurt nobody, but you ain't fucking around. You ain't playing with niggas. That's why I can't understand why these dudes keep selling y'all the streets. Stop and frisk destroyed a lot of families. That shit ain't saved nobody's life. That shit ain't saved nobody's life. Because every killer that I know that wanted to kill somebody, they killed them. They killed them. Or they shot them. A lot of the times when you get stopped any first, a lot of the times dudes beat those cases because the police ain't even have a reason to search you. Now, Will Smith. Let me see.
looked at my Instagram. You see the hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
So I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So it's like you doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I'm blowing you up.
This is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new. They probably been there after my son, right? They will make you check into a rehab. And they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them. And then I saw sexual acts that when I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like I'm trying to find this. Like this is unlike him, right? So I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murder. It was murder in there.
I heard enough. Now, this is Will Smith's friend for over 40 years. Where you usually hear that there's smoke, there's fire. This is not the first time we heard this story. That's not the first time we was hearing rumors about. He's the one that's telling all, but y'all got to understand, in this humiliation ritual, this is a humiliation ritual that's going on, that's been going on with Will and Jada. It's a humiliation ritual that's going on to keep you distracted, but it's the truth. All you are seeing right now with these celebrities are humiliation rituals. The reason why you see D1 being pushed all over, Jim Jones would have never responded to D1. The powers that be told him to respond. Rick Ross would have never responded to him. The powers that be told him. Meek Mills would have never responded to him like that. All of them look at that dude as if he is beneath them. They was all told to respond. But we're going to get to the humiliation ritual after we get to the real deal. All of y'all disrespected the shit out of Jada Pinkett Smith. She knew that when she got with Will Smith, that was part of a contract. When she went through the door, she had to accept Will Smith. And he chose her the same way Kanye West chose Kim Kardashian. And in the same way, Jeezy chose Beyonce. Jay-Z chose her. That was part of his ritual. Jada Pinkett Smith was part of Will Smith's ritual. He knew he wasn't into women. Allegedly, Quincy Jones been blowing Will Smith back out. The same way he tried to blow Tupac back out. Like, y'all act like y'all don't understand that this is the same wicked ass industry. Images of Tupac in the bathtub with gold chains on. Let me see if that pull up. Right? Who made Pac do that? Who made him do that? Who made Pac do that? Hello? It's a door. What y'all thought? Pac didn't go through that door? What you think? Pac didn't go through that door? As much as I don't love no other rapper more than I love Tupac. He got grown men standing over him, doing a photo shoot, putting them in the album, putting them in magazines like that. It's a door, man. Images of Big Daddy Kane naked. The other ones I'm not even going to show. It's a door. Big Daddy Kane got panties on. A legend. They got other images with Big Daddy Kane laying on his stomach the same way Whack 100 did, with his cheeks up. I'm not putting that on the internet. What part y'all don't understand about this industry? That there is a door. Will Smith fell in love with his gay side. His best man told y'all, Jada Pinkett, that little fragile girl with that pink coochie cat, she got the pink putty cat, the pink putty cat. She like legs inside of her. Grande. She like them big. She like them big boys. That little girl that you think you could throw up in the air, she like an arm inside of her. And Will Smith likes an arm inside of him. Uh-oh. Let me put that down. That don't look right. Pause. Yeah. Y'all violated Jada Pinkett. Y'all owe her apology. Like, let's be real. Let's keep it 100, right? Dog said he went in the room and seen Tisha Campbell. Shout out to her. I love Tisha Campbell from Martin. I love Pam. I love Pam and Keisha. I mean Pam and Gina. Love them. Those rumors broke up their marriage. Those same rumors destroyed that marriage. So now you expect Jada Pinkett to look at Will. She's supposed to respect him after she done seen him get super violated. I'm trying to be nice. And I'm slowing down because I know if I say the wrong thing, the people that's watching me, you know, the haters, those platforms that's not doing too good, that's suffering, they're going to wait for me to say something that's offensive, and they're going to mass flag me. So I'm trying not to say it. Usually I'm raw and uncut, but I'm really trying to save my channel. I'm really trying to save my channel. And with that being said, yo, shout out to everybody that hit the like button. 3,500 people actually hit the like button, and we got 4,800 people in here. We believe we got 10,000 people in the building. Last time I told y'all to hit the like button, and y'all hit the like button, we jumped up to 5,000, and they pulled us back down to 40-something hundred people. We jumped up to 5,000. Y'all hit the like button so we can see how many people really in this building right now. Yeah, we got at least 8K. I know we got 10,000 people in the building easy. I know we do. I know we do. We the best over here, man. We got to get, like, y'all got to start patting yourself on the back, because when I win, I represent us. The people that didn't go through the door. The people that they didn't want to give anything. The people like we over here, they ain't want us all for welfare. They want us sitting up there just struggling, dying broke. They don't want us to feel like it's any hope for us. But you got to understand, while these humiliation rituals is going on, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith is going through a humiliation ritual. Why you think Will Smith kids are so bugged out? The boy that turned into the girl that turned into a boy. HASSAN, why you don't go to Rumble? I'm over on Rumble. I gotta figure out how to pretty much tweak out Rumble. I'm also on Patreon, patreon.com. Shout out to the people that support me on patreon.com. HASSAN Campbell. I'm over there now. My whole thing is for anybody that's supporting me that decide to go to support me on Patreon, you know, if you're an artist or you got a business going on or whatever the case may be, and you support my Patreon or whatever the case may be, I'll definitely start helping some of y'all with promotions, because I'm about to start doing promotions for smaller channels and stuff like that. You just got to be rocking with me. How 1090 Jake say, y'all rocking with me and I'm rocking with y'all. Let's rock together. So I'm going to start working on the Rumble. Just sending love, highs. NMS, thank you, family. Appreciate you. They had a dude in a thong in Biggie video. Juicy, never noticed until recently. In Biggie's video, Biggie was laying with him. Biggie had a tranny with him. I mean, what part y'all don't understand? It's part of the game. It's all part of the game. My Rumble is, I think, Rumble 14, I believe it is. My Patreon is patreon.com, HASSAN Campbell. But yeah, y'all got, you got to understand something, man. When you see your man got a fetish for meatloaf, and you a woman and you ain't got no meatloaf, if you ain't got a pickle, Jada Pinkett ain't got a pickle. So she could never really please that man the way he want to be pleased. And then she's craving for a big pickle. And his man saying that he got a little pickle. He a nigga that's like 7 feet tall with a little pickle. He can't please her. And she can't please him because he's not turned on by her. He likes a man. And y'all violated that, sister, because she tired of being in a relationship where she's chained to this man. And that she got to hold up this image, and she couldn't really be with August Alsina the way that she really wanted to, that little pretty boy. Because in the agreement somewhere, which I don't realize, she wasn't just sleeping with August Alsina. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, her and Will was doing a threesome with that boy. Now he's with a boy. That's the industry. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all just finished listening to Jaguar, right? Talk about how she was at a party and the owner of the party played the video with 50 Cent putting his pickle inside Soulja Boy. Then it started making me think back to when Game was beefing with 50 Cent, and Game started saying that it ain't gonna take long before Lloyd Banks leave G-Unit, because if he don't, 50 gonna be sticking his pickle in him. Now that the truth is coming out, let's take it back to where Mr. Smarts, shout out to Mr. Smarts, I like Mr. Smarts. He was on Math Hoffa platform in the chair, and he said that the G-Unit dudes was date raping dudes. Gave him something in his drink, knocked him out. Dude woke up. He was explaining how dude woke up, and they had a videotape. After they gave him something to knock him out, they had a videotape with them turning into Arabisi. Straight Omar from The Wire. They got on some R. Kelly Bambaataa shit. Y'all don't be listening, because y'all think a lot of this shit that Wendy Williams was telling niggas for 30 years is far-fetched, and now the truth is coming out. That these are rituals in the industry. And now the more that I know about the music industry in Hollywood, the more I don't even respect the niggas. Like, yo, one thing about me, let me tell you something, man. Don't invite me to be a part of no rapper's entourage. Don't invite me backstage with them. Don't invite me in the club with them niggas. Don't invite me with them niggas. Because first and foremost, sorry to bust y'all niggas bubble, but I don't care how big they show y'all. I know how big I am. Before I deleted my videos, I had over 1 billion views. I know who I am. I know that YouTube is never going to let me get 1 million subscribers. I know they're not going to let me get 1 million subscribers. But I got over 1 billion views. Go figure. They don't want the people to see that Hassan Campbell is actually on the same level as a Rick Ross and a Meek Mills. On the same level as a Wallow and a Gilly. They don't want you to see that I'm on the same level as a Umar Johnson. I mean, the truth be told, whether y'all like it or not, Charlston White YouTube page wasn't bigger than mine. And it still ain't. It is what it is. And the only time he get big numbers is when he go on big platforms that's bigger than mine. He don't do those same numbers on his platform. Yeah, like D1 said, pick a side. Who he got that from? You got to pick a side. It's Jesus. It's Jesus. I'm not the one that told you that when Jesus left here, that he had enemies? Didn't I tell y'all on this same platform, when Jesus come back, y'all got to pick a side. Because Jesus left here with enemies. And you can't be friends with Jesus' enemies. Oh, I didn't tell y'all that? And I'm being nice about how I said it and what I said. Because certain people get offended. Y'all niggas is worshiping and hanging out with the same niggas that run with the same niggas that killed Jesus. Y'all hang out with them. Y'all partying with them. And you think that I want to party with the same dudes that turned Jesus TV off? You think that I want to hang out with the same people that rock Jesus snapbacks? Jesus walk. Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm about to chase you out of here. Lucifer, Lucifer, son of the morning. What, y'all don't hear the subliminals? Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee. What Prodigy told you? It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. These niggas better stop stealing my slogans. Don't get mad at me because I'll take some shit that somebody else said 20 years ago and make it hot today. How Cassidy said he took Jay-Z on his joint, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. He told Jay-Z, I made it a hot song. You made it a hot line. Every day, you know you gotta hustle, babe. You can't stop the hustle. Yeah. Damn, y'all got me on this live for almost, let me tell y'all something, right? Y'all want me to go on any longer in this live, right? If y'all want me to go on any longer in this live, y'all know damn well, y'all better hit that like button. Y'all better hit that like button. Y'all better get that like, them likes up, at least get the likes up to 4,000. Y'all better stop playing. Now, let me tell y'all something, man. Real people do real things. I'm going to talk street. Real niggas do real things, right? Don't compare me to none of these other cats. Because on my platform, when I got love for niggas, you see how I started off my live, right? And I'll play. Stay woke. Some positive shit. I balances my shit out. And I also support my young boys that's actually in the streets. Trying to get out of the streets. When they kick that shit that they spit, it's because they still stuck in the hood and they still living it. And they don't know no other way. I be addressing the niggas that made it out of the streets. That moved on up like the Jeffersons. And now these niggas is 50 years old trying to sell you the hood when the hood don't love you. Y'all better hit that like button.
We on that real New York timing, you heard? I got signed Brillo with me, you know the vibe, nigga. Alright, you trendsetters. MMC Tops, nigga, you know my vibe. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way. Shark should be swimming with the fishes. Yellow diamond should be looking like I'm pissing. Still bang on a nigga Blake Griffin. Fuck a shoplift, we get a nigga lifted. All this money in a war like Yowda. You the MMG, you know a nigga got his crowd up. We gon' get it, have a counted every hour. Move the white like Tommy Wick, Ghost, they got the power. I've been that nigga since 9-6. Only run with trappers, killers, and convicts. See my man kill with a smile, been calm sex. Shots at the V, we making the car flip. We lost Glizzy, and we ain't tryna lose again. Head tap him, if he move, niggas shoot again. Wartime, we got no picks, niggas shoot his friend. Ain't no doubling back, we can't get cool again. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Time, but I see clear. Gotta thank the man above, cause I know without him I wouldn't be here. But let's just be clear, I really set the bar high and kept my wheels going through the storm like a car shot. They ain't with you till you pull up in that hard top and make it disappear from a button, watch they heart drop. My bars hot, but my delivery immaculate. Being with a scope, so when it fire, it's accurate. Ice got my neck on froze, look like I fractured it. It's the type of shit you gon' have to go save your taxes with. Real niggas still around, let's get back to it and separate these Instagram niggas from who is actually lit. Before rap, I was trafficking OT, getting pounds, breaking down the fractions of OZs. I had to wait my turn and watch the game from the nosebleeds. I'm from the Bronx where niggas go to war with their cold D's. Right, so I'm sorry if I don't trust you, nigga. Before I take from a man, I'd rather hustle, nigga. I executed my plan and got destructive with it. Real nigga, Hall of Fame, I better get inducted in it. I can't respect you, you don't check on your kids. Running around with some niggas, got you ready to bid. You don't give respect unless I see respect what you give. A whiff of this cig, a separate his neck and his wig.
I'm running on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way.
Put some fire in that comment section.
You told on your homies, love ain't the
Where the
same.
fire emoji
I see
at?
my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Weight pit, deadlift, cameras at my door, time for a seg trip. No body shots, leaving his head split. Shotty up close, blast your legs flip. Brillo, R.I.U. My gun kick like it no kung fu. Get hung till you turn blue. When you in that cell going through hell, it's only you. Niggas leave, money go, bitches too. Red laser on your shirt, no missing you. Automatics, binary, switches too. Chanel or Celine, shotgun, red, yellow shells in the machine. Gotta cut him out his jeans. Back to the basics, sweatpants and Asics. Staring through this Holliston window, it's all patience. Rat niggas be wired up, y'all all agents. Find your body, it's something boarded up, faithful.
I'm running on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Tell them niggas that be playing music on their intros, stop. That's HASSAN Campbell. Nobody else on YouTube was playing rap music in their intros. Stop it. That's HASSAN Campbell. Yeah. My style is written all over your face. Said you don't have to say a word. Stop singing during your lives. That's HASSAN Campbell. Let's get the... Are you not entertained? Like, damn, you know what's crazy? Niggas be acting like my channel fell off because I'm being sabotaged and I'm still running circles around these niggas. Like, y'all don't compete. Sorry. I'm sorry. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you here? Adrian? Rocky, you can't win. Nigga said, yo, I walked in the room. He was killing them. Like, wow. Nigga Will said he's suing. Will ain't suing nobody. It's part of his humiliation ritual. But Tasha K definitely can't take another lawsuit. She definitely, Tasha K she's a bad mother. All you rappers out there, the rap game's over. Build your audience up and let them support you. Y'all see how my people support me. Build your brand, man. Build your audience. I'm not a selfish dude. That's why y'all see, like, y'all gotta understand, I didn't know Five Guard from a hole in the wall. And a lot of these, like, ever since I've been on my platform, I've been helping strangers and people the kid, Ilya, remember I used to play Murder, Death, Kill on a Black Man. Now, see me, I'm nice. Like sometimes I'm like autistic, right? I say that I'm autistic sometimes, where my mind, I just be talking and I say murder, death, kill on a black man, murder, death, kills came from Demolition Man, right? Came from Demolition Man. And I used to say that in my lives. All we got is murder, death, kill on a black man. And Ilya, he actually went to the studio and made a whole song called Murder, Death, Kill on a Black Man, a whole slogan. So I took his song and I actually turned it into an intro and start promoting his song. I didn't know Shorty from a Hole in the Wall. This is the shit that I do. What I need you niggas to understand, right? That's watching me. And the ones that used to deal with me, I ain't saying none of y'all niggas' names because I don't feel like going back and forth with you bum ass niggas. If I put you on my platform, that requires your loyalty. My problem is I expect people to be like me. When I meet somebody outside of women, because we was taught to dog women out, may God forgive me for all the women that I've damaged in my younger days, because as I get older, I'm a better man. But outside of that, when I meet people, if I show you hospitality, nigga, I expect you to be loyal. If I deck a nigga, like I came from if you set it off, I'm gonna set it off too. Ain't no in-betweens, ain't no picking sides. If you set it off on somebody, I'm gonna set it off on them too. Shout out to Major Rand. I see you right now. Shout out to Major Rant in the building. Like, I'm going to set it off on you too. This new shit where people talking about they don't owe each other loyalty. And matter of fact, speaking of that, somebody sent me the link. I'm going to do an alley-oop right now.
Good afternoon, people. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in the chat. Peace to the truck drivers. I know y'all be tuning in.
Get to the point.
He kept allowing his lawyer to represent evidence in his defense. They wouldn't allow that. They would have been, the judge would have been, boom. Back in the summertime, way back in the summertime, me and Doggy, me and you had a conversation way back in the summertime about WAC 100. You know this. You know me and you had a conversation, right? I told you from top to bottom how I felt about him. And I even went as far as making a live stream saying that Doggy Diamonds be emasculating New York niggas, right? I said that. This was back in the summer when he was treating Doggy Diamonds like a little man. Nobody knew about this conversation with me. He 100% knows that I don't fuck with him. No, I'm talking about Doggy Diamonds right now. He 100% knows that I don't fuck with Wack. We've had a conversation about him, right? And how his professionalism, his lack of professionalism, all of that. And this is, I believe, this is around the time when he was probably fucking with Mano or something. It was something. I believe it was something with Mano. It was somebody in Brooklyn, possibly Mano. And I was telling Doggy, I was like, yo, don't you know that his whole campaign would be dead? Y'all stop fucking with him. If people stop fucking with him, stop entertaining him, stop interacting with him. He's not an entertainer. I said all of this to Doggy, right? Boom. Told him I don't fuck with him. So after that, after this conversation, something else happened with Doggy Diamonds and WAC 100. And I'm like, man, this dude, man. I'm like, I don't know what's his angle, like trying to attach himself to WAC 100, low key, like very deceptive in the way that he was trying to do it or he was doing it. But anyway.
Shout out to Gully TV. I'm gonna play a little bit more. Then y'all can go over to Gully TV to watch and go show Gully some support. See, what I want y'all to understand is, right, there was a time when me and Gully we was beefing. We had a, I don't even know what we was beefing about. Gully came at me and make a long story short, over time me and Gully got cool. And I used to always say that if I could have put a podcast together and did a podcast, see me, I don't respect Doggy Diamonds no more. I have no respect for him. But I don't want no beef with the nigga. If we can't be cool, we just can move on. I don't want to hurt him. I know he said some foul stuff or whatever the case may be. I forgive him. I'm just not going to forget. I learned in this life that if I want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me for sitting up here drinking the devil's piss and all of the things that I did in my life, that I got to forgive others too. So I don't want no smoke with Doggy, but the reality of it is, there was a time where Doggy and Gully did not like each other. I brought them two together. And my thing that I really felt in my heart that if I could do a podcast, I wanted Gully TV and Doggy Diamonds. I wanted us three to work together. I don't care who you put on the internet. I don't think nobody on the internet can beat me, Gully TV and Doggy Diamonds together. I think our chemistry will be just as dope as Wallow and Gilly. And I'm going to say this, outside of me feeling like Wallow and Gilly went through the door, I love Wallow and Gilly. I think, and let me say something positive. I want y'all to understand this because I'm the realest nigga I know. I think that Wallow and Gilly is two of the dopest niggas because of their loyalty to each other. I think Gilly and Wallow, the way that Gilly was talking about Wallow when he was in jail and then they came together is the same way my nigga Terrence and my brother Eric is locked up and I'm waiting for my brothers come home. The same way, see T-Mac, T-Mac is an old school gangster. And it'd be hard for Mac to really be like, Mac don't really like the cameras like that. Mac is different. But when Terrence come home, when Eric come home, my niggas is gonna be on camera. The same way you see Gilly and Wallow. When y'all see me, oh my God, don't let Eric, do not, the one thing, y'all would never want to see Eric get that appeal. And Eric come home, and me and Eric on the internet, the way we are together, y'all gonna be like, nah, there's a dark-skinned version of HASSAN Campbell. Mentally, when y'all see Terrence come home, like, yeah, those are my Wallows. T-Mac is laid back. Them niggas ain't laid back. They gonna be all in the video like Puffy. I'm telling y'all, the internet is going to change. But I brought Gilly Gully and Doggy, and I was gonna do a show with Gully and Doggy. Gully texts Doggy, Doggy texts Gully and told the nigga, don't get on my StreamYard because Bullet Scotty was sitting there. And that was the truth. Doggy told me I'm never dealing with Bullet Scotty. So I don't know why you lying to Bullet Scotty and got him thinking that I lied to him, that never really happened. Bullet Scotty know nobody. Them niggas didn't never really like him. Gully didn't want no part of him. And see, one thing I like about Gully, that I've seen that Gully TV, ever since I've seen him, when he was smashing, Gully, I was a little nigga. I was like Zip with the drip. And Gully TV was Gully TV. That's how it was. I was the little, and Gully was styling on me. He had a live. He was doing a live. Gully had 1,000 people watching him. And he said, you see this Hassan Campbell? You see this 1,000 people watching me? He said, you will never have 1,000 people in your chat watching you. That shit set me on fire. I said, all right. Like Gully punched me in my nose bleed a little something. Like, all right, watch. When I get older, you know when you was younger, you know when you was younger on the block, you was like, when I get older, that was me looking at Gully TV. Gully TV was rocking this internet. But it's not that Gully fell off. They give you 15 minutes of fame. Then they start watching my life go down. Nigga, I ain't going out without a fight. Street life. Why you have to raise me this way? Mob Deep, baby. What, y'all see me now? Are you not entertained? We still got 4,200 people in the building. If I could have did a show, a podcast, it would have been Doggy Diamonds. One, because Doggy Diamonds was somebody that I felt like was my friend in the beginning. But as I grew on YouTube, him and that Kareem nigga kept taking shots at me. I love Doggy. There was a time I didn't even realize Doggy changed his number on me. He blocked me. I reached out to Doggy like, yo, what's going on, Doggy? Oh, you made a video about the nigga that died in Jersey. You said when he got shot, he rolled on the floor and did the hokey pokey. That he was my man. He wasn't mad because I said that, because the nigga brother reached out to me and thanked me for doing the story and said he understood what I was trying to say. Them niggas kept getting mad because, yo, this is not the first time YouTube started trying to destroy me. Every time they gave me little numbers, something would happen and I would shake this algorithm. Why you think Charlston White is the master of studying Hassan Campbell? This nigga went to a boxing match where everybody was supposed to watch this nigga fight and maced the nigga that he was supposed to fight while he was supposed to be doing a weigh-in. Now, let me ask y'all a question. What happened to the fight? What happened to the fight? All right, that was the pre-fight. He maced him. Why he never got in the ring so we could see him get punched in the face? Because it was staged. Charleston White sitting in the barbershop. Dude comes in the barbershop, pistol whips him. It was staged. Charleston White have a license to carry guns. He show you guns on his YouTube page. No gun dude who has a legal right to shoot you is ever going to get pistol whipped. I don't care what you say about Charleston White. He can't fight. But if you try to pistol whip Charleston White, he's going to shoot you. But this dude that showed you that he got a bunch of guns on YouTube never have his gun with him when niggas run down with him. If Soldier Boy, whoa, Superman, yo, watch me, you. If Soldier Boy ran down on me with a bunch of niggas with him, all them niggas would have got in the ambulance. They wouldn't have got maced. If I would have ran down on Charleston White with my crew, he wouldn't have maced my crew. That's how you know this shit is staged. You people don't understand. When y'all see me go to Burger King, I told y'all before, and I wilded out in Burger King, that was real. I was just drunk and took my camera out and said, fuck it, I'm going to share it on YouTube. Why not go viral with some real shit? When you see me with the Karen walking down the steps when I was exercising and she told me to get out of my way, that was like $1 million right there. Because she really told me to get out of the way while I was doing a live. And did y'all see how I balked on her? That was real. What Charleston White did was He mimicked Hassan Campbell's style. He watched Hassan Campbell. He said, you know what? This nigga's on to something. Let me watch Hassan Campbell, right? He on to something. Let me watch Hassan Campbell. Let me study his moves. You ever watched The Last Dragon? Can you teach me some moves? She said, what? Vanity said, what? Can you teach me some? Stop studying. Then these niggas be stealing from me. So make a long story short, Gully TV found some Clubhouse shit where Whack 100 was violating Gully TV, and Doggy Diamonds with his disloyal. What you gonna do when the Hulkamaniacs run whack with your disloyal ass? Cause now you and Gully was supposed to be friends. You know that TLC song? What about your friends? Are they gonna stand their ground? Are they gonna be? What about your friends, Doggy? I'd have took a bullet for Doggy. He took my situation with Bam and turned it into some crazy shit. After acting like he was my friend for almost 7 years. 7 whole days. And not a word from you. 7 whole days. Huh? What happened, Doggy? You disloyal son of a bitch. Hulk is supposed to be your man. This nigga, Whack 100 be violating Doggy and talking about his mama. And you friends with him? And then when I beef with Doggy, and Doggy said all that foul shit about me, and I told him that I was going to turn it to Arabisi because I felt like he's so weak that I was going to Omar from the wire him. Take that, take that, take that. The nigga went and told YouTube, and he gave me a strike. China Mac gave me a strike because Zip told him to come at me, and China Mac came at me because this is Zip words. So in return, China Mac flagged me. So I had 2 strikes back to back. Then that shit happened with Fat Joe and whacking him, and I lost my monetization. Voila. Ain't no loyalty in this shit. And for the record, I say it again. I'm the one that squashed that beef between Doggy and Gully. Talking back and forth to both of them. Because I was cool with both of them. I'm still cool with Gully. I still support Gully. It's just that I don't understand when brothers know that we be stronger together, why we don't get our shit together and become a dynamic duo. I don't think Gilly and Wallow would be better than me in Gully TV and Doggy Diamonds. I don't think so. I love seeing Mace and Cameron together. But I don't think, without YouTube suppressing my views, I don't think they'll be better than me and Gully and Doggy. Keep it 100. Bullets Gotti was my hype man. That's why he got 42,000 subscribers, but can't get no more than 200 people to watch his videos. Because I made the nigga hot in a household name. Zip with the drip. Zip is dope. As a hype man, Zip would have been my Flavor Flav. But as a front row nigga, no. He don't have what it takes. Some niggas is not made to be the main event. Some niggas is not made to be the main event. Some niggas is just made to entertain. Gully TV been a main event. He was given 15 minutes of fame. Doggy Diamonds stepped out of his lane of doing interviews. He was good at that. Doggy Diamonds is in my lane with these topics that he's dealing with now in celebrity gossip. I don't even like celebrity gossip. I use celebrity gossip as a decoy. Anybody that knows me knows that. Those titles be misleading one half of the time. Because when I start talking about celebrity gossip, usually I'm going to sit up there and go into a story like how, shall we begin? When you sit back and you analyze the asylum seekers, right? I always have to drop a jewel on y'all. I was watching some of the videos of asylum seekers. It's mad different footage going on, right? And in the footage that I'm watching, I seen a video of some people. It had to be like a few thousand walking in rivers. And something said, yo, Haas, something just ain't right. Yeah, that's that Keith Sweat shit. So we got the asylum seekers that's military age. Remember I said this because nobody else that I've seen ever pointed this out. You got the asylum seekers where they got military age young men coming into the country. Then we seeing families being dropped off. Then I'm watching videos. And I thought to myself, yo, Haas, why are these asylum seekers walking in water? Wade in the water. Something's gonna get you in the water. Gospel song. Some of these people, these asylum seekers, are being evacuated from cities where they live at that are being destroyed by nature. So we got to be careful on turning away some of these asylum seekers, because some of these asylum seekers is not the ones that's being released from the prison systems of some of these other countries. Some of these asylum seekers are actually their towns are being destroyed by nature. And we are not seeing this on the news. Some of these asylum seekers are going through a doomsday apocalypse where they're from. And they really do need help. We just don't know the difference. Because on the news, this is not being televised. Some of these people really need our help. But because of the way the cards are being played, because of the way the cards are being played by the media, we are turning them into our enemy. Now here's the trick. Some of these asylum seekers that's coming over here, notice the name that they use, the trickery. Some of these people are going to be terror cells. That's going to cause war in America. And some of these people are going through earthquakes, tsunamis that we're not hearing about. Do y'all know there's another volcano erupting right now? Do y'all know there's a place right now that just had 2,000 earthquakes within 24 hours? Do y'all see the difference between me and these other platforms? I can't just put in my title what I really want to talk about, because they're not going to let me. In the words of Dane Calloway, I just came to make you think. You ever seen that movie, Get Rich Yes, Iceland. You ever seen that movie Get Rich and Die Trying? When Terrence Howard told 50 Cent, even when I'm wrong, I'm right because I could be right. The poles are shifting. The rich already got doomsday bunkers. These people are prepared to bury themselves in the earth with enough food to last them up to 100 years. Think about what I'm saying to y'all, right? Because I'm very passionate about what I'm saying to y'all. Do you know how many times the earth was destroyed? Do you know from the beginning of time, there's groups of people who escaped doomsday because they knew that it was coming and they had the technology that we have here today to see that it's coming? And do you know that there wasn't always a time where the people got a warning? See, the Bible tells you a story of Noah building an ark because Noah knew that doomsday was coming. But what they never told you was that Noah had direct technology, the same way that we had today, the power of God to see into the future. Do you not watch the news every day and they tell you next week is going to be 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and next week it's really 80 degrees, 90 degrees? The technology is so good that they can predict the earthquake. They can predict when the volcanoes is going to erupt. They can predict what towns and cities the hurricane is going to hit and how much destruction it's going to be. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? How do you believe in this man and his news and his technology, but you do not believe in the calling of God? I come here to tell you and warn you of the day of judgment. The same way you came into this world, you went through the womb of your mother. The next step is the next dimension. There's no such thing as death, but there's an afterlife. And if you think that there's not going to be a reward for the evil that you do on this earth, you're foolish. I had to step back and reevaluate everything. I opened up my Quran and the law says in the Quran, have you not seen the generations of people that we have destroyed before you? Have you not seen the generations of the people that we have destroyed before you? What people? I want y'all to look up the Euphrates River. We are living in the signs of time. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, in the signs of the times, in the last days, the Euphrates River is going to dry up and there will be a mountain of gold. Go Google the mountain, a whole mountain, not in the inside. The whole mountain that was under that river is made of gold. Do you realize they're not telling you this on the news? So in the Prophet Muhammad's time, we're going to take Allah out of the equation. Let's just say Allah doesn't exist. The Prophet Muhammad had the same technology, that we have today, that he predicted through a certain amount of events, that river, he predicted over 1,400 years ago, that river was going to dry up and that mountain of gold would be seen by men. It's here today. One of the signs of the times is that in the last days, the sun will rise in the west. For those of y'all that don't know, every day we wake up to the sun rising to the east. Muslim get up and we make salat towards the east, where the Kaaba is at in Mecca. In order for the sun, I want y'all to listen to me, to rise in the west, it either has to be a pole shift or a second sun. Now, all of these YouTube scholars keep telling y'all that the earth is heating up. Rashad Jamal be telling y'all that we about to get hit with gamma rays. Are y'all listening to me? Y'all listening to me? Y'all hear me? We about to get hit with gamma rays. Breaking news, CNN and all over the news is warning people that the internet is going to go out. See, this is the best part of the live right here. Huh? Y'all ain't learned me yet? The internet is about to go out because of solar flares. The earth is heating up and they're blocking out the sun with chemtrails because there's a second sun that's going to cause so much destruction on this earth that we don't know the difference between what's coming from nature or coming from HARP, what's coming from nature or coming from Project Bluebeam, what's coming from nature or coming from Project CERN. Man has developed the power of God on earth, but they can't stop that second sun. And the earth is heating up because there's a second sun. Which then are the favors of your Lord will you deny? In the pyramids and in certain textbooks, they say between every 26,000 or 36,000 years, 2,600 years, that the earth goes through a cycle of re-cleansing. The powers that be is not teaching you this. World War III is to reduce the population because the havoc that the sun is going to cause. When this earth goes to goes through its cleansing, the people that are in power, they don't want the people to take back power. So they have to figure out a way to weaken our strength. Why you think they keep creating these androids? Which I didn't watch Terminator? Which I thought that shit was just a movie? See, sometimes these actors or these writers, they put it in a movie because that's part of the universal law that they have to tell you what their plan is. So they tell you what their plan is and put it in a movie so that you think that it's TV and don't believe it. But once they tell you what their plan is and you don't believe it, that's on you. The world is about to get so wicked. This world is about to get so wicked that the powers that be, with their evil reptilian asses, they don't trust their offsprings to be as evil as Napoleon. King Leopold. These people are so evil, they don't trust their offsprings to be as evil as Hitler. So now they are creating a robot race of artificial intelligence to carry out their evil just in case God kills them in this rapture. Are you not entertained? Make sure when y'all talk about this live, y'all tell them the illest part of the live was the end of it. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. When this live goes off, I want y'all to come back and click on this live and see how many numbers we really had.